What up, bitch? Head on over to tpublic.com. Head on over to tpublic.com/user/Toby-Davy.
That's gonna kill me.
Head on over to tpublic.com to check out all the shit we just made for you guys. There's a lot. We got fucking t-shirts. What else we got, Toby?
We got masks. We got spinach for your ass. We got Toby Davy shirts, our face emojis. We got pot leaf shirts, loose beats, play dead, D&T shirt.
Yeah, we got everything you want. We got fucking pillows with our faces on them. We got goddamn notebooks, so if you want to fucking take notes and shit, we got those too. They're all over on tpublic.com/user/Toby-Davy. So head on over there and peep the shit, get some shit. Everything's on sale at the moment, so do that. Love you.
That's the ad.
End ad.
End ad. Always like to start with a
Yeah.
That's how I come in.
Here comes our voice dicks inside your ear pussies. Here we go.
We're ready. Dude, if you like that ad music, I never noticed that one's a Dave original.
Oh yeah,
It's a good little tune there.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I like to. I try to come up with little beats for our stuff if I can think to do it, and I think it sounds good. I'll leave it in there. But yeah, that beat that's in our ads is.
What'd you call it?
I don't remember what I think it's just ad music. I think that I just called it ad beat or some shit like that.
You know what? I think they need to have better music in elevators. They need to step it up.
Yeah, bro.
They
Like,
have
where's the
something
trip
cool.
hop?
Yeah.
Where's the trip hop in the
Just be
elevator?
zoning out, dancing. Who knows?
Yeah,
Break
dude,
dance in the elevator.
I want to see people trying to get as low to the floor as possible.
Just
in an
twerking
elevator.
in every corner.
Yeah, but not jumping up and down. You can't do that. You'll fuck up the
That's what I was
elevator.
thinking with the break dancing. It's
Yeah.
kind of dangerous. Even the twerking, if they got a big ass, that's gonna drop
Like
those. It's gonna break
shockwaves.
those cables.
Yeah, you're gonna like that wop gonna drop that elevator.
I haven't watched it. I don't know if we'll get. They told us we couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And we're back. I don't know if this will get us a copyright, but I've wanted to watch. Someone made a WAP parody called "Hap Hard Ass Penis,"
Okay.
and I think we should watch it later.
Okay.
Check it
No,
out
I
and
think
just fuck it.
Yeah, that's fun. I like that.
It's a parody, so I mean, I don't feel like they're gonna be on our ass about it.
I also like how we just had a conversation off pod about not doing things like that because we got so many copyright strikes on the last episode.
And this, we're out here in the fire.
Well, yeah.
Just
That's
making
a little
it work.
isn't that insensitive to people in California right now since they are literally in fire?
Well, anything you say could be offensive. You're like, we're really underwater. It's like, what about people that drown?
Yeah. What about all the people that we're really underground here. What about all the motherfuckers trapped in fucking mines?
Buried alive.
Yeah, buried alive in mines.
Very insensitive. So you can't say any, it's like
Well, no, so let's just
you're
sit here in
knee-high
silence.
to a grasshopper and it's like grasshopper rights, bro.
Yeah, man. So for the next 2.5 hours, Toby and I are just going to sit here in silence. And I'm sure that'll
what
piss
the fuck
somebody
else
off.
do we say?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll just get booted.
Podcasting's hard
What do
now.
they do? What do they do to like silent videos? Do people post those ever and they get like taken down? And say, oh wait,
Well,
let
'cause
me.
they all.
Well, I can melt it on there. Yeah,
Okay.
we go melt.
Whatever you want to do. You want to put it on there? Like,
No, I'll do
like
that.
that. Oh, okay. However you want to do it.
I'll take this from you.
All right. Be Ginger. And I'll be
Gingerly.
Mary Ann.
Mm.
Little Gilligan's Island reference.
Yeah, that
for
was good.
yes.
I was a fan. I'm a fan.
I'm a fan. Yeah, I mean, I always liked Gilligan's Island. I didn't understand when I was a kid that it was a shitty show.
Yeah, I like the professor's like he made radios from coconuts. He made
But couldn't contact
everything
anybody.
from coconuts.
Yeah.
pretty much. He made electrical equipment,
But couldn't make a boat.
coconuts. Yeah, you would think coconuts are buoyant too.
Yeah, well, a lot of things on that island were probably buoyant, and all the time that they spent on that island. Oh, and there was probably like some crazy venereal diseases going on on that island being passed between them because they were all fucking.
Well, Ginger was the movie star.
Yeah.
Right. So she'd been getting some Harvey Weinstein dick for a while. That stuff.
Oh, from the that and like I'm sure the millionaire.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Oh, Howell.
Mr. Howell. Yeah.
Howell.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that he was probably banging. They were all banging.
Yeah, the rich dude was. Yeah, he was probably getting it good.
I'll give you a lot of money when we get off of this island.
We're gonna see. This is gonna be a big clump of wax on here. We're
Okay.
gonna see if it'll work well.
Okay, I see what you're doing there. You're liquefying it, putting it.
Believe-
I love that it's just out of frame. I love that this is a thing that people can see and catch us for. Because fuck you
What
trying
is
to
that?
like stifle us and get us down
is
on
that?
ourselves.
Is that meth?
Yep.
I mean, you can't say that it is. It may be.
It's time for our biggest segment, the segment that everybody looks forward to. How's my goatee looking this week?
Oh, okay.
For the past 3 or 4 weeks, I've been asking you how my goatee's looking. So how's my
'cause you're
goatee
growing it
looking?
out?
Yeah. I'm not doing the soul patch anymore. I'm growing out the chin stuff.
Okay.
And you convinced me not
I
to
was
try
really
to connect to
loving the
them.
villain thing. It just worked really well.
Yeah, my soul patch. Do you think I
The
should go back
patch
to the soul
and then
patch?
the separation.
Yeah,
It
I
just
still got it
looked-
separated.
Yeah, it looked very manicured and devilish. You know,
Yeah,
the
which is
devil
what I'm
is well
going for.
manicured.
Yeah.
I would think so.
Was it the devil always wears a Sunday dress? Something like that.
The devil in a red dress. That's like old classic. Devil in a red dress.
Yeah, I like that.
What is that? Some classic song. Let's look it up.
Yeah, let's listen to songs that definitely will copyright strike us.
Yeah, throw on Pour Some Sugar.
And just turn
rock
it up
out,
real
man.
loud, and we'll be real quiet. We'll be real quiet so
Don't even
everybody
talk
can
over
just
it.
hear it, hear everything.
We just want to know.
Because that's the
We'll
most
let you
important thing. The most important thing is that we're getting in trouble. Because then if you're getting in trouble, you know you're doing something right. Am I
That's
right?
what they say. If you got haters, and our haters are just the rest of the world.
Yeah, man. Because
So
we
we
can't
must be
catch a
doing
break.
great,
Dude, we're victims.
If you, I'm already feeling it, bro.
Yeah, bro. Let's just ride that train. Let's ride the victim train.
Okay.
It's so much easier.
Everybody picks on us.
Yeah.
God, I'm so
That's the stuff.
marginalized.
Yes. Oh, yes. My marginalized dick is getting so hard.
I just want to be known for something other than
Other than having a fat hog. You know what I'm saying?
fat hogging.
I'm more than just the giant meat in my britches.
Yeah, dog.
I'm more than just this tuna can of dick in my pants.
Tuna can.
It's a tuna can.
That's the good one. I like
It's
that.
very shallow, but very thick.
Oh, it'll bust you open. I'm ready for this joint. I needed one today. I
Yeah.
haven't smoked weed today.
Oh, man. Well, let's
a weird
get
thing.
Toby high. Yeah. Well,
Don't
you worked
just
today,
feel-
didn't you?
Yeah. Don't you just feel off? Like when your mind's so
Well,
clear.
Yeah. And it's
What
one
is
of those
that?
things,
Is
too,
that-
where I'm
is
try-
that
it's
damage?
sobriety. No,
Is
it's-
that us being damaged? The fact that we have to, because I have to be a little bit buzzed on something to feel normal.
Yeah.
That's-
I think that that's more of a way of self-medication. I don't
Coping.
think most people feel right all the time. You know what I mean? Like most people feel like something's missing, but a lot of people are actually on medication. A lot of people medicate that part of them because I don't think anybody
With
feels good
prescription
all the
shit.
time.
Yeah, dude, I'm actually going for a blood test soon. And get my blood tested.
For what?
Yeah,
Why?
you'll see. I'm a vampire.
I'm about to get real weird. No, why are you
Yeah,
getting a
dog.
blood test?
Well, my brother just hit 40 and he's got thyroid issues. He said that hit him at 30.
Yeah.
And like, dude, a year and a half ago, I was sleeping like 4 hours a night.
Right.
I'd stay up to be doing blow, partying, doing all this shit, and then get up 9 a.m., 10 a.m. and work. Like, and I'd get through it. You know, I'd be a little tired at first, but it wasn't a big thing. Now, dude, I'm, because, you know, I'd be working about 6 to 8 hours at work and then 8 to 10 hours on music. Now I'm down to like 3 to 4 hours at work, 5, 6 hours on music.
Yeah.
And sleeping 10 to 12 hours.
Okay.
And my just I'm drained. I feel like I'm dying.
So is it more of like an overall constant lethargic feeling? Like also not just feeling tired, but feeling fatigued?
Yeah.
Like
it's like
just
no matter
almost
how
even
much
like
I
an
sleep,
existential fatigue.
like it's that bad because I was like doing pretty good. I was taking sulfur every day, vitamin C. I was taking a multivitamin. I was
Right.
on a diet just like 4 months ago or something. And also there's the pandy shit. That's been getting us pretty bad. So
Pandy. I love that.
that's what Bobby Lee
Normalizing
always says.
pandemic. Yeah, the pandy.
I mean, that's definitely has something a part of it.
Yeah.
But it's also just like the feeling of like I can't even take a vitamin because a part of me doesn't even want to feel better.
I can't even fuck with vitamins.
Do you know what I
right
mean?
now. Yeah, so it's almost at a point where you're
Something that
lethargic,
could help
but
me,
also
I don't even
kind of
want.
feeling like fuck it.
Because I'm like, I'd rather just die right now than take a vitamin and feel better.
Well, and you've also said that too about like even
I get in
like
modes,
drinking
probably.
and stuff, because you've been like, yeah, I know I can stop, but I want to.
Yeah.
Kind of stuff of like I want to do things that cause me damage.
Well, not necessarily damage with the drinking. That's
Maybe
more,
that was the wrong thing to say.
That was more about the party aspect. I don't want to give up the rage impulse of just being like, fuck it, let's party. But the vitamin thing is literally a thing of like, this will make you feel better. And I'm like, I can't do it. I can't get myself to do good things for myself right now.
Well, yeah, because we even like had that talk about, because it took me a minute to get you to even consider like the carnivore diet or something along those lines.
Yeah.
Because I was like, dude, it helps so much. Like if you just cut out.
I've seen it on like Joe and stuff like that, but I never considered doing it until I saw you do it, just because I was like, well, Joe Rogan can do anything.
Right.
It was like, he's so distant from me.
Yeah.
That I'm like, well, just because he does it doesn't mean I can. You know what I mean? When I saw someone closer to me doing something positive,
well,
it made
then
more reasonable.
It's more along the lines of like, I just wanted to, because the biggest thing is that it's an elimination diet, and so it just cuts out all the other shit.
I actually loved it, dude. That was about. I mean, it got tiring.
Well, yeah, because it gets boring.
I mean, dude, I was just ate bacon and eggs, which I was loving.
Yeah.
And steak, bacon, eggs, and steak.
That was every
like
meal.
The best thing. Yeah. But then, a few weeks in, and see, that's another reason I think maybe the thyroid thing, because, dude, I did the carnivore pretty strict. I ate like maybe 2 meals a week with like an asparagus, one side, but no carbs at all in my diet. And like I was just drinking seltzers, so no carbs from drinks or anything.
Right.
And I lost what you're supposed to lose in a week over 3 months.
Yeah.
It took me 3 months to lose like 12 to 15 pounds. And most people shed that off in a couple weeks. Mm-hmm. And so I feel like that's another thing about that. Like maybe it's just getting to me, because my brother said it hit him around 30.
Yeah.
And so.
And the thyroid, that'll help you. That helps you keep weight on, right?
Makes it hard to lose weight. You start sleeping a lot, lose energy, stuff like that.
So what are things that you think? So what do you want to do about it? Let me ask that question. I think that's the most supportive thing that I can do, is ask you what you want to do about it. Because I don't want to force an opinion on you. Like,
don't do that.
That's why I just said that. That's why I'm trying to be careful with what I'm saying.
Well, I want to get it checked so I can check that off if that's not it. If I don't show any signs of that, I got to start looking into other stuff. But if that is a thing, I'm just going to be doing a bunch of research, try to take a more natural way. There's like my mom takes some herbal stuff that affects her hormones that helps with the thyroid thing.
Yeah.
And so I'd probably just do a bunch of research, find out a real cheap, natural way to just help out a little bit with the energy and everything like that.
Okay. So if it's not your thyroid, do you think that because it's got to be like a lifestyle thing, right? Because I think even though your seltzers weren't bringing in any carbs from the alcohol, I'm pretty sure alcohol itself
will help you. It'll help you retain water, and stuff like that. That's one thing that definitely you're supposed to cut out alcohol when you diet, for sure.
Yeah,
but
because like
and I'm totally scared to go to the doctor. Like I fucking
nobody
hate
wants
doctors.
to go.
I'm afraid of them, and it's weird. Not really afraid as much as I feel like cart salesman type. Like
Yeah.
they're always trying to upsell you and shit.
Yeah.
And
They're like pulling pipes out that don't need to be pulled out. So, yeah, man, and like doctors are not necessarily good because again, they're mostly shills for pharmaceutical companies, and
Yeah.
they really want to make money. That's why most. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't good doctors out there. I'm sure that there are good doctors, but no one is truly altruistic. There's no one who's just there's no Jesus here. You know what I mean? Like the people are inherently selfish. So you get into a job like that, maybe it's under the guise of helping people and you want helping people to be a byproduct, but mostly when you become a doctor, you want that money.
yeah.
You want that money.
No, I do see the there's definitely, I mean, to even go into the field, you have to have a little bit of compassion. Who would want to do that?
But think about
Even for the amount of money,
yeah.
no one wants to deal with that job. Like,
But think about the doctors that are like not disenfranchised, but like just kind of they're kind of just they're over it. You know what I mean? Like doctors with horrible bedside manner. They'll just like walk in, spit in your face and tell you got cancer.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And especially for people like you and me who have done shit to our bodies for a lot of years, going to the doctor can be terrifying. When I had to go for my balls.
Oh yeah.
You remember that? So guys, I have a varicocele on one of my testicles, which means that there's a bunch of blood vessels in one of my testicles. So one of my testicles looks a little bit bigger and hangs a little bit lower. So, but it's just a bunch of blood vessels. There's nothing wrong with it. It just happens to some people. It could maybe cut my sperm count down,
Yeah.
but I'm not Catholic, so I'm not just trying to like bust nuts all the time and like make babies.
Yeah.
Like I'd maybe like 2 kids, you know. I want 1 blood kid at least, but then I'm open to
And then you
adoption.
can do adoption.
Yeah, I'm totally open to
That's pretty
to
nice.
adopting some people.
That's fair. That's fair. You get one,
But
but you don't overdo it.
Right.
You get a kid that's already out there.
Yeah,
too.
I want 1 kid that looks like me. just for that, just for the vanity of it, just so I can be like, my seed. I'm so much more proud of you than your adopted sister.
Oh yeah. Well, see, that's the problem with having one that's you and one that's not. Is that just favoritism, man? It's gonna come into play.
Nah, you can if you get it as a baby, you imprint on it.
Yeah. And it'll imprint on you. Anyway, it'll
Yeah.
feel like yours.
But yeah, dude, I was when I went to the doctor for that, like they were trying to give me a checkup, you know. I was like, no, my ball, and they were like, well, let's listen to your lungs. You smoke, right? And I was like, no, my ball. How about we look at my ball? The reason I'm here. And she's like, well, when I was listening to your lungs, you know, you should really stop smoking. I'm like, I don't want to hear that shit. Like
that's what I'm afraid too, because they're gonna be like, so you don't feel good, and you drink a bunch and smoke a bunch.
You drink every day, smoke a pack of cigarettes a day.
That's probably why you don't feel good. Like, fuck you. I'm not gonna take that well either.
So is that one of those things where it's like, you know that that's what it is, but you want it to be anything other than that because you're unwilling to change your lifestyle in a drastic way?
You definitely know it affects it.
It might be the thing.
Might be the only reason. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, okay. Could it also be depression? Because again, like, or it could have been the onset of your thyroid stuff. Because think about when you came back to Chattanooga, you know, you were svelte.
Yeah.
Like, even when you started playing with the band, like we have the show at Rhythm and Brews, like you're skinny.
Yeah, I was in really good shape when I was out there. I think it was like, I had access to a lot better food.
Well, there's
for a long
quality
time.
of food.
That was one thing that probably made a big difference, because I either lived in really rich cities that didn't have fast food places. They only had like local shops that you could eat at hamburger shops, whatever. Yeah, they had like vegan places and like really healthy places, or I'd be on a farm where someone was cooking for you.
Yeah.
So it was
but
like,
do you really eat more or that much worse?
I would think quite a bit worse.
Yeah.
Like, especially when we're working, I always end up eating some trash food. You know? But I mean, that's definitely part of it. There's probably a lot of aspects. And it's one of those things, it's probably right in front of your face.
Yeah.
And it's like, so if I quit drinking, quit smoking, worked out every day, took vitamins, and ate clean,
Yeah, dude.
I'd feel great.
Yeah.
Probably. And it's like, that's one of those things like, well, what shouldn't you try those things first and then eliminate the easy ones? And I'm like, no.
But no, those are actually the hardest ones because those are the things that you're holding on to. You know what I mean? So like, and people like, and I don't want to come off as dickish, but like addicts don't like being confronted with their addiction. You know what I mean? I didn't like any time that anybody would bring up anything like,
because it's something you're dealing with personally.
Yeah.
And so it's like, yeah, you don't even get how much, like how much I'm dealing with. You're acting like I'm not addressing it.
Right.
When it's like forefront in my mind.
Yeah.
That's kind of like, I feel like why people get really defensive. Yeah.
And also like because a lot of times when your addict gets confronted, your addiction will like kind of spring into action. And that's kind of where that defense mechanism comes from for a lot of addicts. I'm not talking about for you. I'm just talking about for like, especially people that are dealing with what I deal with and like alcoholics and narcotic abusers and stuff like that. The first thing to do is to defend why you need whatever it is.
Oh yeah.
You're like, no, but it calms me down. It chills me out. It's a coping mechanisms. It's this, it's that. But what it boils down to is that it's detrimental to your body. It's detrimental to
because addiction isn't bad. You can have good addictions that you could do for the rest of your life and it'd probably benefit you.
Right.
So it's not really
well, I'd say
indulging isn't bad if it's in moderation.
Exactly.
It's like, that's the thing. It's like you can be addicted to good things, but the ones that are going to kill you quicker, you just have to go real slow on, be real light. And that's where it gets fucking hard, because then you kind of narrow things out. I always viewed myself like in my head, which I've always been a very light version of this, and all of us have, but I always wanted the fear and loathing suitcase. Like that's how I envisioned my life in a weird way. I was like, wherever I go, I want like a little, like I wanted to be like a medicine man, basically.
Yeah.
I wanted to have every feeling that the mind had. It's like, so I could, expand my mind, blow it up, get introspective, feel happiness, wake up, fall asleep, and like everything would be an easy, poppable thing, something I could do real quick, and then control my emotions. So really,
just a box of shortcuts.
Yeah. I've always imagined myself as that, and in a way, I've always kind of stayed like that. I keep a small box of a few different moods.
Yeah.
Ooh, but
I like that. We should
box of moods,
box of moods, or box of shortcuts. I like both of those.
But it just and honestly, it'd probably be better if I was like that, because then I'd spread out all the things I'm doing a little more. You know what I mean? So if I had 6 ways to get to a mood, then none of them would kill me because I could try them all on different days.
I'm sleepy. I'm gonna take a lorazepam today. Tomorrow I'll take a Xanax.
Gotta balance it out. Now that'd be a heavy life, but
what isn't a heavy life, brother?
Yeah, I mean that's how I'm feeling. So,
dude, mortality's crazy. I mean, because you are gonna die. We're all gonna die. And there's just gonna be a point where we're not here anymore. So it's like we're all we are is a culmination of our choices.
Yeah. And
sometimes that is one of the most scary things to me. I always want to make sure that I've made I want to know, because I think that both you and I agree on the whole life flashing before your eyes thing, because that's a DMT thing.
Yeah.
So like when you
get a life flash, like how would you explain the life flash?
To me, it's kind of like it's almost like a reel. It's almost, and it also feels kind of like Tetris, where it consolidates everything that you've ever done and shows you how everything you've ever done has led you to this moment.
Yeah.
And I just don't want to be upset when I get there, because I know that that's coming. I know that moment comes. I know that the moment of me having to accept everything I've done, because that's one thing that's always stuck with me through DMT trips, is I always have that moment where I'm like, everything that you've done has led you to right here. Are you going to accept it? Are you okay with it?
What if you say no?
That's what I'm afraid of. That's what I don't want. Because every time up until now, I've been like, yes, I can accept it. I can see how it consolidates.
I think it kind of like when you say that's that, yeah,
because that's
my way of experience is very similar, but a little different. So like that last moment that you have to say yes or no to is similar. But the question that I've always thought it was, do you like something to the extent of, do you believe
in life after love.
Oh,
So share.
I mean, shit.
It would have
That would be really funny.
It would
if
have
that's
made
the
my
last
heart
question.
so happy if you had just already jumped to it.
Yeah.
It's like, the one question
Oh, I
that
knew you were
get
going
is,
there.
do you believe
Yeah.
in life after love?
Well, I saw your eyes and your mind working, so I just went ahead and left it alone. But
Oh, I'm
no,
sorry.
it's like, do you believe in life? No, but really, do you believe in life? Do you believe in the way that you've perceived things?
Oh, okay.
Do you know things are for sure? Like, so it makes me say, I have to think about, like, when I was a kid, I have to think about a religion. I have to think about my family, the people I love. And the question is, like, can you leave all this behind? That's my yes or no.
Okay.
And so when I say yes are the times that I've like blown up, went outside of my head, you know, and like been out of body, stuff like that are the times where I've truly been able to shed. And I like saying no too. And you still using, like I said, I've been doing it recently real light. And it's almost like a quick little, do you remember what you're doing? Do you remember why you're, do you remember all of these questions? And okay, I remember. Don't bring it up right now.
Yeah.
But I remember. It's kind of giving your friend a look of like, don't make me say it. And you're like, all right, don't say it. But I do know what you're talking about. But that's kind of scary to think of, that ours are so different, because it's like it's like your mind makes you give up all those things to see anything else.
No, it's more,
I mean?
to me, it's more that, to me, that's what death is. That's what it's always been to me. That's how it was explained to me when I first did it, that it was a mental death, that it's, and then it was very obvious to me after the first time that I really went in, that it is, that is what happens. That is the process that we go through. When you're letting go of this life, because your brain flushes your pineal gland, it flushes your DMT when you're born and when you die, like fully. Like,
we're like DMT bros, dude. We talk about it a lot.
That's kind of like our thing.
It's important.
Yeah, it's super important.
But yeah, that is funny to think about, because when people say life flashing in front of their eyes, I don't see the real as much as I get all of the questions at once.
But do you not see moments? Do you not see moments sometimes?
It's not like that. I don't
feelings
relive
or thoughts.
It's just I just get to the question.
I think it's super interesting that you get questions, but there's no like there's no points in,
no,
like,
I
what
don't
are you
see any
seeing
memory.
when you're getting the questions? Is it usually just like
like
whatever
a
you're
pattern,
surrounded with?
Just seeing like the start of a pattern. Now you could question whether the pattern that I'm seeing I'm using as connecting lines between moments that I'm living, but I don't relive moments or see them.
I like that. Can we explore that a little bit?
Because that would make more sense to me, because as I start seeing like the underlying pattern, which I'm not sure if everyone sees the same thing.
No, the pattern's there. No, that's what I see. I see like it's almost immediate that the pattern sets over everything.
But I've seen people, I mean, and maybe they're seeing different things, different levels. I don't know exactly what we're talking about, but I've heard people say specific patterns, like see the flower of life, or see different sacred geometry and stuff like that. And mine's very fractally and definitely gridded out, but like, I don't know. But see, that also could be, you know how you can refocus your eyes?
Yeah.
In like a lot of geometric patterns, and see, they'll have a ton of patterns within it.
Right.
So maybe that's them focusing their eyes.
Yeah, it's possible.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So maybe they see that because they pick out certain shapes and
No,
they see what they want.
Now, see, I think this is almost a mind fuck. I don't know if anybody's going to be able to know what the fuck I'm talking about, but I like the idea of, like, seeing the pattern is what leads me leads people to the point of having to connect everything, because once you see the pattern, your mind recognizes that everything is connected.
Yeah.
Your mind instantly recognizes now what the actual motive of the universe is, and that everything big is a
And then
version
it's
of something small. Like
Yeah,
we
the
are just
fractal
fractals.
thought
You know,
kind of comes into play.
And I feel like that's
But see,
probably
mine
what
is
sets
definitely
people down that
a
path.
bigger fractal than what I've heard people describe. And what I've just never thought of it like this. I think it's a perfect example. That could be even when people see beings, when people see other planes and stuff. What if they're just focusing on certain lines in the pattern that's underlaying, and they're picking it out, and they're kind of forcing themselves to see something that's inlaying in the pattern?
Ooh, I love it.
Because again, you can refocus your eyes. Like the flower of life's a great example. There's so many patterns within it.
Right.
That could be everyone's. What if everyone's just seeing the plane, the grid, and then they're picking out lines and patterns, making colors in their minds, and adding detail to a specific part? It's kind of like zooming in, right?
Yeah.
They're zooming
Enhance.
into a spot and kind of focusing here, and maybe that's why you see a being. But like my mind jumps to the math of it, you know.
Right.
Like I don't see visions or anything. I just see the pattern. But within those lines, you could argue that my mind's understanding that this was when this happened, and accepting this, and that was attached to this, and that could be me processing those same things, but not seeing it as a real.
Right.
Seeing it just in the.
See,
could be the same thing.
That's what I'm saying. Is like I like that noticing the pattern in everything allows you to see the pattern in your own actions and your own behaviors, and it allows you to, or at least I think, this is just my opinion, that then that leads you to that moment of consolidating your past, or realigning yourself, or that life flashing before your eyes moment.
Yeah.
Because
that
you're
could
like,
be a zoom in. That could be people zooming in,
you're
and they're
just taking
processing
it.
all these things around them in their own life, or their own,
their own
filter.
timeline. Yeah.
Right.
And I really like the idea, I'm of the thought that everybody goes to the same place. That what you're seeing is just what's there.
Now, see, I feel like we disagree on this, unless I don't know. Do you think it's an actual different place in space? See, some people do believe in the whole portal idea.
Yeah.
That it takes you to another dimension or something. But in my head, that dimension is just laid over ours.
I think
and so
that
our place in the universe wouldn't change.
Right.
Our veil would be lifted so we could see what was in front of us.
Well, I think that's just
which is the grid.
But that's how dimensions work, right? They're all just on top of each
We've
other.
already started a cult. What am I talking about?
Yeah.
Let's start one. We just don't have any followers.
Right. Yeah, that's what it is. To me, they all everything that has happened or will ever happen.
So
has
jump on the
right
spaceship.
Now.
Get some Skechers.
Yeah. Well, to me, all of our dimensions are on top of each other.
Yeah.
They're all on top of each other. So there's no hopping over to another one. They're all just on each other. So we are interacting through all of them all the time. We just can't perceive it.
Yeah.
And when you do DMT, I feel like it lifts the veil. It just lifts the veil of your perception of reality.
That makes
and you can
more
see
sense.
you can see either whatever dimension is sitting on top of ours. If not, that's what all of them are.
Yeah.
Because it's definitely it's spiritual, it's fucking science fiction, it's all those things. It's where all those things come from, which blows my mind. It's where all ancient religions come from. It's where all of our fantasy comes from. It's this, which is crazy. Like our visions of the afterlife just come from this, because it can be the most beautiful thing you've ever seen in your life, and you're like, this is what's next. Like, and people come back from shit like that, and they're like, they tell you about it, and then that's where we get our ideas of afterlife. That's where, because they also call that the spirit realm. You know what I mean? So it is, and that could just mean that that's where our energy runs around. That's where our consciousness lives when it's not forced into a body.
Yeah.
Because there's no telling.
Okay. So yeah,
Because it's just the fact that we're in a body. Yeah, we're in
Just the ether.
a 3-dimensional body. We're pan-dimensional beings stuck in a 3rd-dimensional body, and there's no telling what happens after this. But I'd like to think that we just kind of like bounce around, because energy never goes anywhere. It doesn't die.
Oh yeah, That's some Newton's law, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that one of his?
Yeah, I don't remember, but
The energy is neither created or destroyed.
right. It just
So
moves.
that means that the same amount of energy has always existed,
right.
just in different forms.
Mm-hmm.
Moves, yes. Oh, but
So
that's what my. How do you know that?
well, I mean,
Mo?
you don't really, but on a primitive level, it makes sense. Just on a level of being a conscious human being, it makes sense that the energy cannot be created nor destroyed. That's why we have an ever expanding universe.
Yeah.
That's why we have, that could also lead into fucking simulation theory. That energy is neither created nor destroyed because it's all a fucking computer program and it just recycles itself over and over again.
Yeah.
So you can.
Well, this a computer program kind of belittles it a little bit. I feel like
I agree.
because then it because when I think of computer, I think of man-made, which would be flaws. That's the thing I don't understand about we think computers are going to take over, robots are going to take over when we made them. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of arrogant to even think we could make something that good. Does that make sense? Of wouldn't it still have human error in it because it was made by a human?
Right, but even then, as a human being, it's like we would totally create something that would destroy us.
Yeah.
So but I think that is the flaw in it. That's where we would fuck up, is that we create something that could kill us.
The flaw wouldn't be in the actual creation, or be in the actual creation of it. Yeah.
Not necessarily the thing. It would, because it's the same thing with an atom bomb. Like we hold the trigger to blow everything up all the time. That's there. Imminent death is there all the time. Like any one country could send one nuke off, and that could have a chain reaction that ends life on the face of the earth. And that's a reality. That's something that could happen.
But the computer, isn't the simulation theory all built on it? Like the actual idea of a computer. I've never actually can you look up a paragraph summary? Because in my mind, it's relating to an actual computer. That we would have built some computer. Hey, will you throw this to her real quick?
Mm-hmm. What am I throwing?
Throw that beer. There's just a ghost hand grabbing a beer. But that's what I wanted to know, because if it's a general term for a computer and that could be applied to our consciousness being the computer or something, I could kind of get behind it. Let's
see.
But if it's but if it's an actual computer that we would have made, an artificial simulation. Such as, see, it said such as a computer simulation.
Let's just read this. So we'll bring you guys over to it so you can see it. So the simulation hypothesis. So the simulation hypothesis, or simulation theory, is the proposal that all of reality, including the Earth and the rest of the universe, could in fact be an artificial simulation, such as a computer simulation. Some versions rely on the development of a simulated reality, a proposed technology that would be able to convince its inhabitants that the simulation was "quote unquote" real. The simulation
technology implies either creation by us or an alien species.
Well, who's to say that we aren't really that alien species? Because they don't have to look like us. What we really look like outside of the simulation, because we have no idea what it is.
So outside of the Matrix, we would be some other beings when we created. What? Yeah, these would be our game avatars.
I can see that fucked you up for a second.
Yeah, I go. Wait, yeah. It hurt my neck
because there's no telling what we are outside.
I know.
Of this.
I love this idea.
Yeah,
because it's crazy. But okay, so outside we could be all the things that we talk about: aliens, angels, demons, otherworldly beings. We could be those things that have created an avatar that looks really nice and simple, and non-threatening, maybe compared to how we look. Who knows? But why would we pick this? It depends on what we look like outside of the simulation. So let's speak as if we fully believe simulation theory and we know it's real. Okay. From now on, we're gonna because I don't believe in anything, but I want to debate deeply as if my mind has already accepted this as a
Well,
fact. You're like, I'm already there.
Yeah, call me
Don't have to
Keanu,
tell
bitch,
me.
because I'm the one.
Okay. We gotta roll some more wax for this. So we're in this computer theory. What do we look like outside? That's what I want to think about first.
So fuck, man. So whatever alien you want to think about right now,
we
so
have
the Greys or
what
even
do we reasonably have evidence of it, if we have any? What's some reasonable evidence of like what we might look like outside of the theory, outside of the simulation?
well, there's a chance that we could, we could even be like, we could look lesser than we do now, or we could look a lot different. There's no telling. There
Lesser. What do you mean?
We could be more ape-like.
Oh yeah, not as detailed.
Yeah, we could be.
But again, I would think if going off of the simulation thing, I'm thinking again, there's a creator, and yes and no. So imagine an anime writer, someone that designs the characters, makes them a little more in shape, a little better looking, a little more powerful, a little cooler, but in less quality. Like as far as, do you see what I'm saying? They're in 2D, and they're not. You're a very complex looking character, so they make them less complex, but more ideal.
Because this could be a really bad,
less complex, but more ideal.
We could be on their version of a PS5. You know what I mean? Like, and we're just, this is a third dimension.
Now, really try to grasp what you're saying. Because
third dimension.
Think about, just feel what you're saying, because you're talking some crazy shit. And I love it.
So outside of this, we're fifth dimensional beings. Let's just say that.
All right.
So just outside of this,
I like this whole like, let's just talk like we're crazy.
Outside of this, we're fifth dimensional beings, and we strap ourselves into this apparatus that then projects us into this third dimensional game, basically, or this simulation that allows you to live a life as a third dimensional being.
Okay, so we would be again, it's like the anime character living out the life of the creator,
right?
So it'd be less detailed, more. I like that though. I like settling on that.
And we could also,
so going on, so reverse engineering how the anime writer draws something more ideal, less complicated. Let's reverse engineer what the animator writer to us would look like. So if we're ideal, then that means we're probably more utilitarian in a sense.
Oh right? There's a chance that we are the escape that they jump into. There's a chance that like we're living out a life
and less complex. So again, I don't want to jump to any reptilian theory. We're on simulation.
No. So there could even be like a hyper intelligence in the universe that created this simulation just to see how it would play out if there was life in the universe. So this could all, you see what I'm saying? So what we would consider God is just a hyper intelligent
shade of blue. That was what's his name? I forget his name. The guy who wrote Hitchhiker's Guide. I forget his name. It's slipping my mind, but
is that what God is?
Yeah. Well, no, there was just that was one of my favorite things in that book. Was there was a highly intelligent shade of blue.
Okay.
And it made sense to me in such a deep way. I just got what he was saying.
Yeah. So that makes sense. So hyper intelligent shade of blue. Yeah. But we are just the playing out of the simulation that it created just to see what would happen if there was life in the universe. Because, our entire, because life is so fast for us, human beings do not have a long lifespan.
Okay, so question
in the grand scheme of things.
What would be the thinking from that perspective? What would be the intention behind the experiment?
Well, it was what I said, to see what it would be like if there was life in the universe.
No. Okay, so not an intention of the experiment. What would be the use of the outcome of the experiment?
To
decide whether to actually give life to the universe.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be an experiment, but by giving life to the test subjects, wouldn't you already be past the experimenting point? Because if you know what I mean, so it would be there's a lot of wax in there. Just hit that while it's burning. Yeah. not that bad. Oh, Dave's going buck wild over here. I thought about that earlier. And it's like, you know what? I wish buck wild was a thing. And I just said it, so I'm happy about it.
Dude, I was out running my dogs earlier today, and I rounded around this this construction site that's been going on, and there's this older construction worker who was like yelling at me, and I got my headphones in, I'm listening to a time suck, and so I can hear him yelling at me though. I can't hear what he's saying, and I had just slowed down to walk for a second because I was out of breath. And so
I just spilled beer on your head. That's
all right.
It's like christening a boat.
I think it's really funny how my face kind of caves in on
dripping.
itself.
Oh, you rolled up?
Yeah.
You like that?
That's fun. Get a little,
It's like you're peering. Mm-hmm. You're peeking.
little peeky.
Oh, no, I like it without the chin at all. Just
Okay, just Davey
Peeking over
peeking
your
out of my
name.
name.
Yeah.
That's fun. So I pull my headphone out and I'm like, so what's up, man? And he's like, you're taking it easy on him today, aren't you? I was like, excuse me? And he's like, well, I usually
dogs?
just see you running through here. He's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
he's like, you're going full hog. I was
like full hog.
all right, old man.
I like it.
Yeah, he's like, you usually just running down here full
Full
hog,
hog. But I think he's referencing hog wild.
or going
Right?
full or whole hog.
But I think I think that's just that's his new way of saying going hog wild. You're going full on hog wild.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, and also I think it also has to do with the saying whole hog, because like when you get the whole hog, like you're buying from the butcher the whole hog.
yeah. What's that mean that you bought everything associated with it, or was it?
Let me just take a peek.
I'm not familiar with whole hog, really.
The whole way or farthest limit, usually used adverbally in the phrase "go the whole hog" or "whole hog." Adverb definition of whole hog: to the fullest extent, without reservation, completely
Okay.
accepting whole hog the standards.
The whole hog standards
Yeah.
of the UN. It's a big issue. So they're just saying instead of getting the bacon, you bought the entire hog. Like, is what I would assume that's referencing. But man, I wish we could write a real, like, I think we should write a book. We should co-write a religious book. Not religious. It's so bad to say religious
Yeah.
because I'm not like that. And I'm not trying to scam anyone. I'm not trying to build, and not really even build an empire anymore. I think I'm too tired for that now. I used to be able to.
You gotta get that
I used to-
thyroid in check so we can take over the world. Toy.
I mean, I used to be empire minded, empire state of mind, Jay-Z. But I think it's
That's
more,
too hard.
Yeah, I know. It's like, I don't even feel like doing that anymore. If I could just get the information out down somewhere, it'd be good at this point. Like, I don't even care if y'all give me money.
So you
I'll
want to
give it
write a
you for free.
manifesto?
But a free one.
A free
it's not
manifesto.
to start a cult. It's not trying to scam
And if one just
anybody.
happens, it happens. And if they
I'm
want to
like,
give us
a
money,
manifesto. Does a manifesto
What if
apply
it's just a
to
pamphlet?
a violent act though? Because I have associations with, like, manifesto is an philosophy written that ends, in my mind, in something
Let's see.
dangerous.
Manifesto, a public declaration of policy and aims, especially one issued before an election by a political party or candidate.
Oh, okay. So I've actually heard it used in a dramatic way, mostly. So yeah, it's exactly that. It's your philosophy. Your manifesto is your life philosophy, in a way, written publicly. So yeah, I do want to write a manifesto. So what's up, Trenchcoat Mafia?
Yeah, no, I'm totally down to
You know
write a
how
manifesto.
jealous we talked about that before, but I was so jealous.
This is so cool.
Trenchcoat Mafia is badass.
And so, but after listening to the time suck on it, shout out Dan Cummins.
Dude, we love you.
Yeah.
We're gonna start hounding you.
Hell yeah, dude. We're coming. We're coming to Coeur d'Alene. I found out where he lives.
Yeah.
It's Coeur d'Alene, Idaho.
says it.
Yeah, I know he says it, but I've looked it up. There's cheap rent there, Toby.
Oh yeah, we're just coming. We're the only other people in town that know what you do. But
But anyway, so after listening to the time suck on it, those kids had nothing to do with what was called the Trenchcoat Mafia in their school. It was some older kids who graduated the year before them who wore trench coats.
And the press called them that,
right?
Because it was catchy, and they had heard of them at the.
Well, and they literally
did they write about them?
Well, they wore trench coats.
But how did they get the name?
I think it was one of
these high schoolers.
Well, I think somebody who called, like, who gave them information, gave them the wrong information. Saying that they barely.
But yeah, it was like some cool kid, or like maybe not cool kids. Again, I haven't looked it up yet, so I don't know if it's real. But I still am on that. I just learned the word Hesher.
Okay,
and I'm really impressed with myself.
What does Hesher mean?
Hesher is, look it up, make sure I'm right.
Okay.
So I heard it in context, and it was pretty much a metalhead.
Okay.
It was like. It was the guy with long hair and a trench coat, the headbangs.
A diehard enthusiast of heavy metal music.
So it is right. So that's a great word, I think, because you got like punks and goths and emos. They're none of that shit. They're the heavy metal guy.
Yeah.
With long hair.
Instead of a hippie, a Hesher.
A Hesher.
Yeah.
And I just heard that in context, and I was like, oh, my mind soaked that up. I'm so spongy with words.
Yeah.
I love hearing
so you about to throw
words.
that in a rap.
So spongy. Oh, Hesher. Yeah. Fucking shoot you up, trench coat mafia like a Hesher.
There you go. I like that.
Just make it about murder and it's pop. It's pop. That's pop music now.
Yeah.
Murder and pussy.
Yep.
Come on.
Sometimes it can be about both.
Yeah, pussy murder.
The one that Bruno Mars song, he's like, I jump on a grenade for you.
Oh.
That's both.
Yeah.
That's murder and pussy. That's murder for pussy.
But that's suicide for pussy.
No, because someone threw the grenade. So the guy who threw the grenade is murdering.
From the perspective of the guy jumping on the grenade.
That's not the perspective I was using. Look at that butt dick.
Oh, man.
That purple dinosaur butt dick.
So I'm impressed. Oh, let me show you. I did something fun yesterday.
What'd you do? What you got?
So I'm writing this new song. I think I'm gonna make it a loose beats eventually.
Okay. Are these lyrics? Do you want to airdrop them to the computer, and I can pull them up and people can see them?
Sure. I don't think my phone airdrops. I think my phone's too old to airdrop.
All of them do. See the airdrop?
Try it, bro. I've tried it before. Maybe, but also I think my computers are too old to airdrop. Maybe that's why it won't work.
Yes, because the laptop will not.
Yeah. That's probably what it is. It's probably bad the other way. But so anyway.
Maybe.
Oh, does it not? See, what's up?
Well, no, it's just not picking people up. You might have settings set up somewhere that won't let you do it. But whatever.
How do I change that?
Well, you can
airdrop settings.
You can text that to me, and then I could airdrop it to my computer.
All right.
I'm just saying that's a thing we can do. We don't have.
I'm gonna leave the bottom part.
Okay.
It's not part of it, but it's pretty funny.
Okay.
So basically, I only have the first few lines into it. You'll see. But I tried to. I say it in the first line, but I'm trying to challenge myself, and
trying to challenge yourself with your writing.
Yeah, and I tried to write. Let's see if this works. I tried to write. It's like a half of the verse is all in palindromes, bro.
I love it.
So I'm trying to push it, and I think I may. Well, I have to go back and forth because you can't just do the whole thing like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can. I want to read a little bit of it with you just to see, because I split them up and I want to show you the different ones. But one, it's just hard to. It's hard to write the whole thing. So I want to go back and forth. Maybe maybe in the next verse do half of it palindromed out too, and then eventually I want to step up and do it Dimitri Martin style, which is where I got my first line from. He started me off because the name of his like 200 something word poem that's a palindrome backwards and forth. It's called "Damn It, I'm Mad." Yeah, which is palindrome, and so that's actually where I started the verse from. But I don't know. I thought it'd be great, but eventually I want to do a whole one that not only the lyrics are a palindrome, but the music is.
Ooh, I like that.
So it would go through the entire song, and then it'd be played backwards, and the words would be the same, but the song would be back, right? They'd be the same words but backwards, and the music would be like halfway through. It'd have to start at the end and go in reverse.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So halfway through it, the music would be in reverse, but the lyrics would be forward, but said back. It's weird.
No,
But I think
it's a
it
great
would
concept,
sound
though.
odd. I'm not sure how you would do it because, like, I was hanging out with someone last night, and I was telling them about this, and they said it was, what they reminded me of was who did it? Was it Zeppelin that you could play backwards? There was a bunch of records that you could play backwards.
Yeah.
All right, let me show you. So the first line is just like thinking to challenge myself, write a song in all palindromes.
Hold on a second.
And then,
enough of these people. All right, now
but
you guys can see Toby's words.
Where it starts. So, damn it, I'm mad is a palindrome. Wow is a palindrome. Madam is a palindrome. Don't nod is the same frontwards and backwards. No word, no bond, row on is the frontwards backwards. My favorite one on here. Do goods deeds live on? No, evil's deeds do. Oh God.
Yep.
And that one's frontwards and backwards. He lived as the devil, eh? He goddamn mad dog, eh? Pull
Love
up if I pull up. Uzi rat in a sanitary zoo. And so that's where the palindromes stop in this one. So it's that section right there. And then then I'm just running on thought, but so I don't know. There's a few at the bottom that I didn't use, like "Yo, bottoms up, U.S. motto boy," which I want to bring in. That's a good one, right?
That's good.
Yo, bottoms up, U.S. motto boy.
Love it.
That one's pretty good. And then, but I didn't use the second evil one because evil ones are easy because they're just live backwards. So like, live not on evil deed, live not on evil. I like draw, O Caesar, erase a coward, because that one's hard as shit.
Hell yeah, dude.
And then the last one's just funny. That was it a cat I saw? Step on no pets. But
yeah, dude, you killed it. That's great. Those were all palindromes. Those are great.
But they kind of made sense, It's like no word, no bond, row on.
Yeah.
Do good deeds live on? No.
So did you come up with those, or were you looking up?
Oh, well, what I used was a backward. So I type the word and it tells me what it is backwards. So I don't have to think, because I was doing it the hard way at first. Yeah. And I was making shitty ones. Yeah. And so I looked up this little translator thing. And so I'd type words in, and like I know a lot of common ones. And so I knew where to start with all of them. Yeah. And then just like went through that. And then like by the end, the ones at the bottom I got from a list. Yeah. That was through the generator. You just like type a few words and it'd show you a suggested one, shit like that. Okay. And so those, like the U.S. Motto Boy one, that was where I got that. Because that's, what the fuck is that?
U.S. Motto Boy.
But that's somebody. It got really hard. Like I think after I run out all these easy ones that I found, like, because I want to keep doing this as a challenge. Yeah. And so I really want to challenge myself to make some brand new ones no one's ever touched, and a long one. Yeah. Like maybe an entire verse to where the thing's frontwards and backwards. Yes. And so it kind of sound weird going backwards, but it would still make.
Well, you should do like, I don't know if you.
Those are hard.
Maybe do like an EP of palindrome songs. Yeah. Or just one song called Palindrome.
Yeah. And because that one could be the one where the music is frontwards and backwards too, because that's really, it would be cool to people that knew
especially
what it was,
if you were able to pull off an entire verse that's a palindrome.
Yeah.
That's fucking it's awesome.
Yeah. But so I just dipped my toe into it by like taking some cheats. Yeah. But I think it's a cool idea. I want to run with this, and I also want to find new challenges of writing that are kind of odd little things like that, odd little practices. You know?
Dude,
so
that's almost like running scales. That's like a workout for songwriting.
Yeah. And so like, what's the equivalent of like, let's see, what are the haiku? There's like different, I guess that's a version of it. Trying to write in certain, what could be, trying to write in any
5,
style.
7, 5.
Yeah. Something.
Isn't that what they are? Syllables 5, 7, 5.
Yeah. See, stuff like that could actually be like running scales too, of like teaching yourself to write within certain parameters that you're not used to. So like write in the style or shit like that. That's a
Yeah.
waste of my time, I feel like.
It can
But-
be. It depends on how much time you're spending on it, though. I
'Cause
think if it's literally just a practice, if you're like, I need to every day I write a verse
Yeah.
3 different ways.
Yeah.
You know?
But yeah, because I remember, dude, I would always write. Like I wrote a lot of poetry and a lot of writing, and I was always like free form as fuck. But there's so many different styles that have really strict rules about the writing, and I don't know. I think it just might be healthy to do some practice in those areas and really maybe you just learn. Like we said, we cherry pick things. You could learn things that you could implement into your writing. But you don't have to follow all the rules all the time.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to actually stick to them. That's not what life's about.
No.
It's about
It's about
experimenting in college.
knowing the rules and forgetting them.
That's very, very well said. You know, because if you never learn the rules, then you don't know what the fuck you're doing. If you just follow them, then you're a sheep.
Yep. That's what it is. So it's better to know the rules and then disobey them consciously and do your own thing.
I like that.
Yeah. It's
So
basically
rebel.
how we've lived our lives.
It's just,
I know what I'm supposed to do, but fuck you.
yeah.
Tell
we've both
me
been
what
like
to do.
that.
Tell me the right thing to do.
We were like that in our home lives, our relationships, school. Both of us have a very similar kind of tale.
Yep.
You know, I wish that you were like the straight man. You know, we would be a lot funnier if you were like, didn't have my backstory.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I do think I kind of come across as our straight man, though. I'm not gonna try to.
It's because you fuck with me.
I've
It's
accepted.
because you're always trying to fuck with me. But you're not. That's the thing. You're just as a gay man as anyone else.
You're as
Yes,
gay
I got
as any
it.
man
I got
know.
one good joke.
It's good. That was a good one.
So
Sick burn, Toby.
they thought you were the straight man, but oops, they're wrong.
Yeah, you the gayest motherfucker I ever met in my life.
So yeah, the funny man. But anyway, I have wondered that before about our comedy dynamic would be a lot stronger if at least one of us was like decent human being.
Yeah.
At heart.
Well, I mean,
You're the better you act like it.
Yeah.
But this is our whole like, who's Jesus, who's the Antichrist?
that's been the
debate.
whole thing. That's like our whole thing. One of us.
It's like you can't tell because you'll fall in love with both of us at separate times.
Yep. Over
Then
different things.
but you'll hate both of us at
Yeah.
some times. So
Maybe we together are both of them and we cancel each other out. Maybe that's the thing that it's always
But no, if we
been.
were both of them, we would cancel ourselves out.
That's-
Right?
Well, I think
We
we
would
have the
be one of
capacity
them.
to be either.
And so that's a double cancel out, which is back in the
Oh,
positive
no.
again.
Oh,
Right?
no.
So-
Oh, no. I'm
Yeah.
sitting in the red chair. Oh, no.
yeah. I don't know.
Devil chair.
Oh, the devil chair. Oh, this one's the gold. Heaven. Streets of gold. Shit.
I guess we have our answer, but I'm on Toby's shirt, so technically I'm sitting in both seats.
Now you're really getting it.
Well, no, and I see what you're saying, like, but I think our dynamic is good. I think we have a strong friendship dynamic, especially with the feedback we're getting on the podcast. Shout out, we love you guys. Straight up,
out.
thank you for
Shout
for subscribing and watching.
Shout out
this.
the devil.
Yeah.
Shout out my followers on Instagram.
Yeah. I just wanted to thank everybody that's touched my life for this award. Satan.
No one's ever done that. Or do you think everyone that said God was secretly
Wink.
Yeah, you
Wink,
know.
wink.
I don't know.
Wink, wink, devil
People
horn,
always-
wink, wink.
But dude, even people shouting out God is like, dude, can you really?
It's like
You can't just be like, thank you, universe, for making me who I am.
right.
It's like,
No, you got to be like, thanks, dude. Thanks, dude, with a white beard sitting in a throne up in the heavens, looking down on me with prosperity and saying,
With
fuck
his
all those
hairy
kids
chest
in
out.
Africa. Fuck all those people in genocide and apartheid.
Yeah.
And fuck people with cancer. Fuck all those starving kids.
thanks for the award.
Thanks for this Oscar.
Yeah.
I did so good. I'm going to go chill in my mansion now and just love life.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Bye.
I'm the
Oh,
best.
but see, that's some funny shit. Oh, who was it? Fuck. That's when I do that. I'm thinking real hard.
Cool.
Calm down. No, who was the guy who was like he was a big serial killer, super big and rich. Oh, I think it was an Epstein thing. I think it made me think of it because I think Epstein gave like hundreds of thousands of dollars to all these charities.
Oh.
And so it was like, it was this mind fuck to me of like a slap in the face of like, well, I'm paying the world back.
He's just hiding. Yeah.
You know, but it was in my mind, that was some justification for him.
Well, fuck that.
Being like, I'm kind of fucked up, but I give to charity.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
I think that's a way to hide. It was the same thing with the Clintons. The Clintons set up the Clinton Foundation. It's the same thing with Bill Gates, Bill and Melinda Gates. Like they're just hiding behind, again, it's hiding behind altruism. And I stick to that. I stick to that for real because just as I'm getting older, I'm realizing where people are.
Well, like, I would say that, I mean, again, we don't know all this shit. Like even the things you said, we don't know. For sure. But I think it's fair to guess that the majority of people that are doing that, it's like repentance in a Catholic church or something, right?
Yeah.
When you give most, you know, like you're kind of doing it to pay back.
You're trying to feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it would make sense that some of the biggest don't give to charity. No, fuck that. Not saying that. But it is fair to say that, or fair to assume that some of the biggest people that give to charity are some of the most fucked up. So like, I don't know. It kind of changed. I don't know. It just mind fucks me a little bit that he was like a big charity guy.
Well, yeah, because again, it's just hiding. Because it's people hiding behind. I love the word altruism. Just because nobody's truly selfless. There's not one person on the planet who's truly selfless. Like people have their own stories. People stick to their own stories. People are selfish.
What about that?
That's not a negative thing. Like I love everyone. I can say that everyone has redeeming qualities. Like people are complicated. Life is weird. So like everybody's just a person. Like nobody is tethered to anyone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like you and I spend time together because we choose to. It's, you know, because we could not spend time together.
Like,
and I think
I show my like that I'm tied up.
Yeah.
Right here. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
We just spend time. I don't leave this room.
Yeah. So I got my
piss and shit this is in my house
right here.
See, like you tell people like we're in Toby's house, but that's just my basement.
Yep.
That I live in. Yeah. So, wink, wink. Please help.
Because I would let you say things like that.
Yeah. Well, you didn't know I was gonna do it. I threw this on you. I've been a good boy.
You have been a really good boy. That's how you got your TV privileges back.
Well, I guess they're gone now. Bye bye Netflix.
Yep. No more will you get to my grandfather's Netflix account.
Yeah.
Where you have to watch.
Shout out Vietnam War. Yeah. Shout out Netflix documentaries.
Before, but again, so I wanted to get on this, and then we can talk about Netflix for a second because Netflix fucked up in a big way.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. But I think that just human nature is self-preservation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Does that make sense to you? That like even though you have all these people that seem like they're doing such good for the world, like they could be if someone who's a multimillionaire or a billionaire really gave a shit. So a billionaire could end world hunger with their $1 billion. You know what I mean? And another billionaire could end like homelessness with their $1 billion. Like there are things that these people could be doing with their money, but what they're doing is they're giving to charity so they can write it off on their taxes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they don't give a fuck how many kids they help. They don't care really how many shelters they build.
Better PR and and you can take it off of the money you owe.
It makes you not look like the piece of shit
basically
you are.
Get the money back.
Yeah.
For giving to charity. So the government gives to a lot of charity.
Technically.
I
guess so.
Only the government gives to charity. Shout out the government. For the first time in my lifetime, I'm like, there's one thing. You get one.
Yeah. And I mean, you do have people out there that do really good things with their money.
But
like,
they
some
print the
actors,
money, so for them to give it to charity.
Yeah. There are like some actors and some people out there with a bunch of money that will actually go and build houses You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like they'll go and like
Even
actually help.
that seems like a heavy stunt to me when they put on jeans and they're in Haiti or something.
But like
After a disaster, shout out Haiti.
and like
shout-outs
sometimes
today.
they build businesses that help small communities and other countries and things like that, which is great. But literally there's a lot more you could do. Like, and that's not me being a dick. Like, I don't know what it's like to be a person with a shit ton of money. You know?
Well, that's what I was gonna ask you a minute ago. I was like, so you've got $1 billion,
Yeah.
and someone comes to you and
Oh, I'm doing some shit. Nobody has to come to me. I'm doing some shit.
they're like, give us your $1 billion, and you can cure all of homelessness. But you're broke now.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna keep a bit. I'm gonna make sure I'm
No.
okay.
You
What do you mean,
don't
no?
get to? You have to start over. That's the game.
Okay.
I don't believe you.
If someone told me, well, what good would that do? Is it going to do a lot of good? Is it going to help a lot of people? Is it going to change a lot of
Sounds
things?
like it. You can make arguments that the money wouldn't be used appropriately and you wouldn't know how much it would be done, but we're talking magical.
Right.
I'm a wizard.
Okay.
Okay.
Heard.
I'm an old wizard, man.
I'm with you. Are we talking like a couple thousand years old, or are we talking like millennia?
Oh, yes. I've seen Earths die and be reborn.
Cool.
I felt it. I felt my body tremoring when I said that.
Yeah, I love
something ancient in me came out.
Good. I like this wizard. Okay, so this wizard, so a lot of good is going to be done with this money.
Yeah, let's say no more homelessness.
And okay, yeah, do it. Take it.
And we can take all your money that you've earned somewhere. We take everything. We take your face. You're the face of the brand.
Okay, but not
No,
my
we
literal
face. we skin you.
You are now just skin face. Well, you're a wizard. You're not going to cut my face off. You're
Yeah.
going to do some
I'm gonna
bibbity
poof it
bobbity
away.
bullshit.
Put some Vaseline on there.
Yeah.
I'm like, why you mad? You wait.
You're
so-
not actually a wizard. You're just some fucking pervert I met in an alley who had a tub of Vaseline and needed to use
I
it.
need to get rid of this. It's about to go expire.
You're just like in your underwear. I was like, I've already rubbed it all over my body. Come here.
What? Okay, so back to the cult thing. What do you think what do you think the craziest thing that we legitimately could convince someone to do? Now be deep, do deep cuts about like everything we were talking about before.
Okay.
Using infinite knowledge.
Okay.
What's the most fucked up thing
Well,
we get someone to do?
let me go pee because I'm distracted by that. But then I will come back and I will answer this fully.
Oh, okay. So he's gonna take a second to really think about this question. That's why he's leaving.
I'm a power piss.
He doesn't have to pee. He's going outside and gonna pace in the hallway until he
Yep.
can think of the most fucked up thing. It doesn't have to be fucked up. Just what's the craziest thing that you think like you could reasonably convince someone to do? I would hope that it wouldn't be anything bad. I would hope it wouldn't be as far as like I'm thinking more of a prank style thing, you know, because like I've been listening to a lot of cult shit and documentaries, podcasts on cults, and it's just like I can't believe it wasn't people with low IQs. A lot of these people are like very intelligent that join cults, and they just have this willingness to believe either someone charismatic or something fanciful compared to their life. You know, they want something, they want some fantasy. They want something not real to kind of give some meaning to it, you know? And that's what I'm fascinated with is like how intelligent people can get to the point of actually believing in something so fanciful. I use it again. I like that word.
You've been saying fanciful while
Yeah, I
I was
said it.
gone?
Yeah. It was a good word. But
Toby just been in here. Fanciful. Fanciful.
say it in different accents.
Fanciful. Fancy
Okay.
fool.
You fancy fool.
Fancy fool.
That's our new insult. That's our new old
I
insult.
love it.
It's like, you fancy fool.
I love it. That really reminds me of Holt on Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Just things of that nature. He's the
Holt.
he's the
Captain Holt.
Captain
yeah.
Holt. Yeah.
That's a good show.
Dude, I love just how he's always so stoic and dry, but like after a few seasons, he's like totally down with everything. Like he's totally down with all the nonsense, but he's still very straight faced. But he's down to be a bitch.
Oh yeah. All right. So did you think about my question?
Yes, you will have to ask me the question again, though.
So no.
Oh, so
you didn't think about it?
No, I did. Okay, so what is the most fucked up thing that I think I could convince someone to do?
I was saying more. It doesn't have to be fuck. Well, let's start light.
Your words were the most fucked up thing.
Originally, my words were the craziest thing.
Okay, the craziest thing that I could convince someone to
light.
do.
Let's not start with murder. Like start with like prank style, legitimately, like just you talking to them. We're not even considering drugs yet.
Cool.
Just you talking to them.
I think that I could convince someone to do, like, I have to get them to perform an act.
I mean, it's up to you. What else were you thinking? What was on your mind?
Well, it's like, I could convince someone to
no, it's not just an act. You convince them to say something, to believe something.
All right, I would like to convince someone that.
Oh, this is something you'd like to convince.
Well, no, we're talking about in the context of this.
Okay.
This fantasy situation.
No, you can tell the truth.
No.
Oh, that was a good drop.
Yeah, it was a plop. That was a ploop. They'll ploop of wax on this bowl.
Plooped it.
So, what could I convince someone to do or think or say?
Oh man, it seems like an endless question, depending on how hard I tried.
Because it's like I could convince someone to swallow a beer can whole. You know what I mean?
You think?
And it would kill them. Yes, but I'm sure I could convince someone that they could do it. Toby.
What's going on right now?
I didn't even say shit. Yeah.
I just start doing it.
And you would do it liquid down.
Like something drowning me. Yeah, I don't know what just happened.
I love that you went liquid down. Because what I was envisioning was someone just like going straight up and taking it from the bottom.
Well, I'm going out with a party.
Yeah. I'm going out. I'm
going
going to drown myself. I'm a fucking straight up chicken in the rain myself. Do you know that some chickens are so stupid that when it rains, they'll just look up and drown?
No, you don't think I think about that?
You're like, I am that chicken.
No, legit. The first time I heard that was when I was a kid. I remember being in the shower being like, don't look up. Don't look up. You're going to drown like a chicken or a goose. I don't know if geese do that, but I assume. Those sexy ass birds.
Sexy ass.
No, it wasn't geese. What was I? I was into ducks, bro. Classic beauties. What if that was my weird thing, man? Would you still chill with me?
I think it is your weird thing, and I'm down. I'm down to clown.
Don't like birds.
Let's go fuck some ducks.
Fucking ducks, man. It works. It rhymes. It's just meant to be.
It is what it is.
Yeah. So
if you, dude,
no, what was okay?
We've
so
been
another
through
question.
so much shit.
What's the craziest? Oh no, let's go here.
Okay.
What's the craziest kink that I could have that you would still be my friend?
Well, name some out, man. Like I don't think that I judge you in that way.
All right, well, let's go far. Murder kids. You wouldn't be my friend. Those are my kinks. Right?
Oh no.
So
kids,
let's start
no.
from there.
If
reverse it.
So if kids was the thing,
I fucking hate kids. Though.
I know. I know. But if that was the thing, I would kill you myself.
Oh.
But I would do it in the most loving way.
In the most loving. So poison.
No, I'm
Poison's
going to
a sweet
shoot
way
you
to
in the
go
face, Toby.
It's not loving.
No, but I'm gonna
If
let
you
you
really
know.
love me-
I'm gonna let you know that I'm your best friend, and I'm doing this because I'm your best
No, but
friend.
why wouldn't you just give me a bunch of heroin and be like, dude, I have to overdose you, but I'm gonna send you out nice.
If that's how you want it done, okay. I'm just gonna do it quick for you.
Yeah, and this is me after just high fiving a kid once. Like Debbie's going full blast me in the face. I'm like, good job, sport.
I saw you
and
like
you're like,
that
did
too
you say
much.
fucking sport?
You don't
to
know
that
that
kid?
kid, Toby. Why'd you give
Did you
that
bring
kid doomy eyes? Yeah.
No, so going from that, going from the worst murder fantasy, but for real, following out murders, you couldn't deal with that kid.
Depending on what you did, I would, like we've already talked about
I love
this.
how I said kink, but I'm just naming crimes.
Yeah. No, I think I would, depending on the circumstances, I would help you hide the body. I would try to help you.
But it's a kink.
Figure
It's
it
like,
out.
this is going to be a problem. This dude is jerking off
We'd
on
have a
dead
talk
bodies.
about it. We would have a talk.
Necrophilia. Do you think you could deal with that?
Dude, you're my best friend. You're the only person that really likes me. So, and I can't not have that. I can't not have someone in my life that actually likes me for who I am. So,
Damn.
dude,
I'm coming in dead bodies. and
I'm also
you're still
very
like-
tolerant.
And you're like, cool, man. As long as
Bro, they're dead.
They're not alive.
They're dead. I
Yeah.
mean, like, they don't
You're not
care.
raping. You're not murdering.
Right.
You just work at the morgue.
Yeah, you just work at the morgue and you feel up fucking dead titties sometimes. Like, what am I supposed to do, man?
I mean,
people that
now
work
you're
in
making it
morgues are
reasonable. You
weird.
wouldn't grab a fresh dead tit every once in a while. You're not a real person.
Then you're just like, you're looking at the other tech being like, still warm.
No, but I'm not that guy. I'd be the guy. Everyone's gone. All right, I'll close up, Jim. And I'm like,
We all know
I
you're
wouldn't
touching
touch
the
him. I
tip,
wouldn't
Chubby.
touch the tip. But I'd be like, it was like big dick dude. All right,
Damn.
I don't know. I'd just be checking everybody's dicks and tits forever.
And you're just like, click.
No, well, see, that's when it gets weird. Then you got a collection of dead.
You were
naked
talking about
photos.
kinks. You were like, what's the kink? And now you're
And
like,
so my kink.
now you're
what
like,
if
no,
it-
this is just what I do
so
now.
I'm not necrophilia. You're kind of cool with somehow, but depending on the circumstance, right? So
Yes.
how did I obtain these bodies?
Yeah, man. It's
That
like,
matters.
where are you getting the bodies from? What are your intentions with it? So, like, are you so you're not killing anyone and you're not raping
Yeah.
anyone.
You're gonna take this further.
I mean, it's probably not good for your dick to be fucking dead stuff.
I mean, probably.
But I mean, like, it's not my dick. You're not putting my dick in dead stuff, so I can't
Well,
really.
if that was my kink. But you're taking dead stuff.
I wake up and you're just like,
Davey,
in between my
you know what we
dick
have
and a
to do?
dead
Keep hitting
squirrel.
that.
You're like between my dick and a dead squirrel, and just like, oh,
I'm gonna cover it up.
sorry.
My dick and a dead squirrel. That's what
But
Davey
between
wants.
me, my dick, and a dead squirrel.
And so I'm just like, you gotta put this. You gotta touch it. Just touch it. That's my kink.
Just touch it with
You're
your
like,
dick.
dude. I haven't came in 3 years. All
Would
I
you just
need-
touch this with your dick so I can come,
just
please?
Push the dead squirrel. I found it.
I found this for you. So now you're also like a cat.
Yeah, I was thinking like a dog. Like I brought the dead thing.
But I
in?
brought this
Touch
for you
your dick?
to fuck. Yeah. You
Is that
fuck
what
this
they
dead
think?
thing. So your kink is now making me fuck dead stuff.
Okay, so are you still my friend?
Yeah, dude, I'm still your friend.
You'll work it out.
I mean, I'm not doing it willingly.
you're gonna put it
like
on a condom.
you're trying to like
You're not gonna get rabies on your dick. Or
no. So
whatever.
what I'll do is like yeah. So I guess I
Rabies of the
preemptively
dick.
I preemptively have to always wear a condom now because I don't know when sneaky little fancy fool Toby.
Because I always
is gonna,
like it in your sleep too.
Yeah,
Double
dude.
kink.
Because you know I'm not down for
I like
it,
you to
and
be
you like
sleeping
that.
and rub some dead shit.
Yeah,
on me.
because you like that you know that I won't do it, but part of your kink is liking that I don't like it.
Oh, but see, that's getting weird. That's a little rapey.
It's all
if your
weird.
kink is like, but no, if my kink was like, I enjoy Davy's beautiful face when he loves fucking squirrels. You know, it's like if my kink was the joy that you had in it
Okay.
versus my kink was like the fact that you didn't like it. That's a rapey kink.
That's a bad kink.
No, we don't kink shame.
We don't kink shame, but that's a bad one.
But I'm saying that there are kinks that are on the verge of like, you know, just you're cool, but watch yourself, you know? If you're rubbing squirrels on your dead on your live friends,
I'm not
squirrel
dead.
live
The
people.
squirrel is dead.
you know, then you know, at least come on, consider your life.
Yeah.
Just see what's going on.
So-
There might be something going on.
So what's another kink that because again, like we're you're 0 for 2 here because like
So
I'm still
you're cool. It's
I'm your friend.
whatever.
yeah. We're friends for life.
Shit. Okay, so what if I like eating toes, eating human body parts?
No, cannibalism.
Cannibalism,
Again, we're gonna
there's
have a talk.
Light cannibalism.
We're gonna have a talk.
Light
Are you
cannibalism.
eating kids?
I'm digging up people. How about that?
Ooh, Toby.
I know it's gross, but it's what I like to do.
They decomposing, man.
Well, hey, but I'm not harming anyone. The
Right.
family's already grieved.
Okay.
You know, like It's over.
So again, are
They're
you
mine.
like? So are these fresh dead? But again, they're embalmed, man.
Are
you
you
don't
more
want that
worried
meat.
about my health or
Yes.
like?
Yes, I'm worried about your health, man.
No, the embalming fluid. You got to get it fresh when it's still dripping.
So you have to work in the morgue.
I mean,
Toby's got to get a job in the morgue.
or yeah, grave digger, and you're just like sneaking pinches.
But no,
think
you
they do
can't.
that?
They've already been embalmed.
Yeah, you don't. You want a little bit of that. It gets you high.
A little vinegary. Formaldehyde.
I don't know.
But no,
I
see,
think
like
for me, or my line would be for you, would be like. So wait, cannibalism. You're like, nah.
don't eat kids. And if you're,
But old bodies in the ground. You're like, it's
I can
cool with.
get these trash bodies.
The
You care
trash
if I
bod-
nibble
Oh,
on these trash
The
bodies?
fact that you would say trash bodies means that there's good bodies, and who are good bodies, Davey? Who are the fresh good bodies you talking about?
I'm talking about fresh good bodies. I'm talking about freshly killed.
So you don't? No, I can't eat any fresh kills.
No, you can eat fresh kills. I guess you can eat fresh
I
kills.
didn't kill them.
I'm killing them.
I show up places.
Toby, I would kill people for you to eat. If you were
Okay.
like, I have this insatiable
I have
hunger.
this thing, and it's gonna take over.
Well, looks like I'm now a fucking
Yeah, so
body
I'm
hunter.
a zombie.
Yeah.
In this scenario.
Yep.
In this simulation,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm like
Bringing
totally
it right
into
back
now.
around.
I don't know. I still, my mind's still on that. This whole time I've been like, but for real though, what about that?
What would we look like outside of this?
What is? Yeah,
Are we
My mind is
onto
not
it, and that's
gonna-
why it's making us switch topics?
Yeah, I actually considered that a minute ago when we were being so playful. I was like, that's not like us.
We don't do that. We're usually breaking down, and crying, and thinking about how big failures we are at this point in the podcast.
And we're there.
No, we're not.
Well,
We're not.
just your mention of it. If the simulation was real, so we're still this whole time we've tricked you.
Yeah,
We've been the guys who believed in simulation.
the whole
That's
time.
why we were being so playful.
Ah.
We probably weren't being playful. We'd probably being really mean.
Yeah, we're also
Didn't you
flat
have some
earthers.
mean ass memes for me?
Dude, I've got some memes if you want to look at some memes
Just
right
show
now.
me some shit.
Okay, well let's dissect these
We're
memes.
we're all a fucking simulation anyway.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
So-
delve into this idea.
So here we go. We got some memes. Here's the first meme. You want
What
to
is
read
this
that, Toby?
from?
It's a meme.
Where's the origin of this drawing? Is it some old?
It's probably like an old
child's book.
Yes, it's a
He
boy
looks
missing
crazy.
a tooth.
Oh yeah,
So it says,
I noticed. I didn't even notice the tooth. His crazy eyes.
uh huh.
His weird bangs.
Yeah. You want to read it?
Davey ran to the hall mirror. Fuck, he shouted. I'm a miserable piece of shit, just like my father. And you're like, okay, so you're doing some self-deprecating when you
Yeah,
saw this.
dude,
and
I
you're
love
like,
that.
Damn it,
Dude,
it
that's
hit home.
amazing.
Children's book, vintage. What children's book? Hashtag
Affirmations.
what children's book?
Yep. So here we got another one.
Cocaine kills coronavirus. Can I get a name? Man,
Yeah, you like that one? I figured you'd like that one
fuck
a
yeah,
lot.
dog.
Yeah. And I love how he's just so sweaty. He's so sweaty from
Let's-
the
let's-
cocaine.
That's how we'll fix our lives. Let's just do a bunch of coke, bro. We can get through this pandy together.
Yeah, dude. Here we go. Hit the. Just check this one out.
Me hits blunt. Blunt hits me back. Me, whoa, blunt, exactly. Wait.
You hit the blunt, and then the blunt hits you back. Like it hits you, like it punches you.
Oh, okay. See,
Get it?
I saw a extra colon there, and so I saw blunt, and then the action is hits me back. So it would be the
Okay.
blunt.
Yeah.
That's what fucked me up.
So it's missing a colon.
No, I think it's right. Because if the blunt hits me back, it would be hitting itself. Or they would be hitting it. It wouldn't be a new action.
You're really looking too far into this
see what I'm
meme.
saying?
It's very simple.
You see what I'm saying, though?
Yeah. I
Because
hear-
me,
hear you.
action hits the blunt.
Yes.
Blunt, if it was blunt, action hits me back,
Yeah.
it would be talking about itself. So I think it's right.
Mm.
Blunt hits me back. But I think this is badly written.
Okay. Here you go.
Oh, God, that's weird.
When you eat ass on LSD.
some of it's like when I first looked at it, it's like, yes.
And then you read the caption.
And then I read the caption, I'm like, yeah. I think it's still nice. It's
Have you ever had sex on acid?
Yeah,
It's
dog.
weird.
It depends on who you're with.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's been weird times.
Mm-hmm.
But it can be the best.
Yeah.
If you just either one or the other give a lot of fucks about them or don't give any fucks.
Yeah. Well, it
And then
can
you're
be
just-
in
it's just for
between.
you.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
Then it's your birthday.
yeah. Then it's yeah. Whose birthday is it? Whose birthday is it? That's a good one.
Yeah. Here we go. Here's another one.
Happy motherfucking birthday to me.
So you've got the ascension
Okay.
of consciousness. You got tea. This is okay. A little bit of coffee.
Oh,
All
so
right, a
this
little bit
is
more
like
awake.
Tuesday.
Vodka. Yes. Into that. LSD. Kind of different. DMT. We just
Blast.
yeah, man. You like
That's
that one?
good.
This is good. It's a good little psychedelic meme. Here's this one.
But that acid would take it should have a bigger section there. It's going to take a lot longer than anything else on there.
Love it. Check this one out.
Paul Rudd, and I love you, man. The best.
Slap of the bass. Yeah, love that.
Wait, how is that the base?
Because the bass is this big thing
The
of
bass.
water that's coming out.
Now, if it was
And
an
then you
actual
slap
bass, I think it would be good.
Slap
If it
of
was
the bass.
like a fish,
It's
the
literally
bass,
but-
and he was slapping the bass.
Yeah, but this is
That'd be
actually
great.
this is a flex tape commercial. This is a meme itself. Like there are a bunch of memes made out of this. Whatever, Toby. Toby don't get how memes work.
I'm not a fan.
Okay, so
I'm the only person ever that's just like, I don't like it.
yeah, this one's kind of mean. Oh no, a spooter, and then it bites him. Maybe I become Spooter Man. Nope, cancer.
All right.
It's
I mean,
fun.
they're either nothing
Yeah.
or they're wrong.
Oh,
Like that's the only two options for memes, bro.
okay. Why use Google when Jesus has all the answers? Not gonna ask Jesus where to find midget porn.
Okay. That dude's in the midget porn, bro. We told.
Oh
said
my
we-
God, who are you? Toby is the
I'm
world's
impervious
best.
to memes.
No, you're just a no man. You're just like, I'm gonna go into this and just railroad this whole thing. I'm gonna throw up a roadblock.
How am I road man? What'd you
You're
call
just
me?
look at this life hack. Carve a pumpkin to distract you from the fact that you're also a lifeless round object putting on a fake smile.
It's okay.
Oh my God, who are
not
you?
that great.
These are great. This is so good.
These are top memes, bro. For real.
These are not top memes.
Smack that. Alana Flow. Smack that. Kimi Samo. Smack that. Do you guess so? Smack that. Oh.
Is that the one you've liked the most?
Oh, yeah.
The Akon lyrics done in a ridiculous fashion, and that's all
That's
I've
probably
got.
the best one.
Oh my God,
All
you
the others
just-
sucked.
those. Oh my God,
That's top. That's what we have. That's what the world has to offer right
that's
now.
not the top. It's not the top. I just don't know what you want here, man.
I want to see what's going on in the world. What are you doing?
What do you mean?
Are
What am I
you
doing?
just on the internet?
Yeah, I'm just on the
I
internet
look over
now.
it and I swear I'm just I see him just like, you just be scrolling shit. Just be looking at shit. You know what? I'm gonna get this. You know what I want right now?
Yeah,
I want a
man.
burrito.
I'm gonna order a burrito real quick.
That's what I think of when you're on the phone.
That's you think I'm just ordering burritos?
and you're looking at wrists.
Mm.
You were on Etsy looking up how to buy a human wrist.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you right. What about this one, Toby?
Oh, you got a good one? Person I just met. Person's name, me. Throw it. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, you like that one. It's an Always Sunny one, so
Pretty
you
good.
like that one.
I mean, it's all right.
Okay.
What do you want me to say?
I just want your approval, man.
I think that we're well beyond that.
You know that I don't approve of you.
No, I don't. I'm always weird with memes. Cena makes fun of me. I feel like in a way she's like, that's one old aspect about me. I have certain old aspects.
Yeah. He was
Like,
fucking
I
memes.
don't-
These kids
I
and their
don't like them.
memes.
They're not funny.
They're so
I
funny.
feel so old.
Dude, memes are
I
fucking
look
hilarious.
at it and I'm like, I fucking get it. Okay, what are you? You're stressing me out.
Obviously, you don't get it.
I get the jokes, but they're boring and stress me out. I mean, I'm sure there's really good ones, intelligent ones, and ones that'll get you every once in a while. But is
Yeah.
it worth wading through the shit? I understand. I'm talking about an entire way of express. It's like, okay, when you eat her ass and she say that she don't suck dick. Wait a minute.
See, that's funny.
That's pretty funny. You
funny.
gotta oh man, that kid. I feel bad for that kid. That's a rough life. Who knows? They may grow up to be a fish. Be all right. Wanna join my place if you know what I mean.
Maybe it's a jack
Before
off
answering
thing.
that, wanna join my place? I feel like, oh, man. I don't know, man. I have no interest.
That's fine, Toby.
No, find me a good one.
No, it's cool. Guys out there, send us some memes to our email, tobyanddavy@gmail.com. Send us your best memes, fam. Do it up.
I mean,
let's
I
make
get that
Toby
it's like
make Toby laugh. Let's get it. Let's
It's
get
a
some
platform.
memes.
It's like a medium.
Yeah, it's
Creative medium.
Right.
And it's just one that doesn't click with me. I'm denying an entire medium.
You are.
I don't think people do that. I think you normally give something a chance. I will every day give it a chance. I just don't. It doesn't get me. You know what I mean? Like, okay, so like a meme versus a GIF.
Oh, this one's
Rapist.
It's the Moon Man from Coca-Cola. And
Why?
he's saying,
What is this
I
about,
would take
though?
rapists over racists, and then looking at the lady, and then he says, why not both? And then takes her and grabs her boob.
And the dude, and it's just called Fuck Yeah. That's what the guy wrote.
Oh, fuck
yes.
yes.
I'm gonna upload this. You know what I think this needs? It needs a fuck yeah. I don't see they're using these asterisk wrong. I'm getting real mad about the writing ones.
Some of these aren't very good. So, yeah. Sometimes you got to wade through some bullshit.
Aren't you reconsidering?
Am I reconsidering what?
Oh, I
No,
what
I've
it
seen
is. I
some
know what it
really
is.
good memes. What?
It's the new comic book. Memes are like some. Well, no, it's just because I saw one that was a comic book. But do you know? I don't know. Maybe I don't know what I meant by that. Maybe take that back. Maybe leave it. I don't know. But see, shit like this. The reason you like it, I think, is maybe that's what I was saying. The reason you like a lot of these setups and the way they're written is like it's more comic book medium of writing and like writing with pictures. You know, like especially like. It's a similar medium, don't you? When you say that's like comic book style,
kind of. Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. It's in panel form.
Yeah,
it's like it's a cartoon.
And so maybe
basically.
that hits closer to you.
Some of them,
and maybe the people that really love them are the new comic book nerds. You know,
I
just hate nerds.
Yeah, I disagree with that. I think I think you just don't get it because it's like to me it's one of the things.
What do you mean? I just don't get it.
You just don't get it.
Wow. I'm going to slap your ass. Tell me I don't get some shit.
So, I mean.
What is there to fucking get is what I'm saying. It's empty. It's a soulless. Now I'm being ruthless. This is like one of the biggest mediums of comedy. Honestly, right now. So
right now,
it's funny to shit on it so hard.
No, that's fine. Shit on it. It's cool to be the opposition.
No, I'm not just being. Dude, she tries to show me. She makes fun of me. She tries to show me memes all the time. I'm like, yeah, so fucking what? I get it. It's boring. Let's move on.
That's fine, Toby.
I just don't like the way it's presented. Maybe, you know.
That's fair. I wish there was some.
Maybe it's too succinct. It's too small of a package.
Yeah.
You know, maybe something like that. Maybe I just like a more long form.
Yeah, you like your comedy to be long form.
I mean, those panel ones are a little more long form of them, but
Jesus Christ. No, everything's fine. It's just this bullshit. This shit should not take so long to load.
I've seen nothing funny in the last hour, you know.
In the last, fuck you. Fuck you.
Yeah. No, I know that there's good memes. That's not what I'm saying. It's like saying there's good country songs. Like, yeah,
Right.
I know that country songs can be well written, well put together, formulated in the right way, presented well, have a good laugh. I get it. And you're saying I don't get it, and that's what pisses me off, because I don't get country music. I fucking get it.
Yeah.
I don't prefer it, and I respect the good ones. You know, I respect the writing, the time it went into it. Doesn't mean I want to listen to country all day.
Yeah.
This is country music.
This one's fun. When your morning wood fades and you can pee normally again. Thanks, Dick. I appreciate it.
Yeah, fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
This makes you laugh out loud and shit. This makes you like burst out laughing.
Some of them get me. Some of them
I'm
get
sure.
me.
Yeah. But you like the way it's presented. I can't even look at this shit, you know? It's just not in good form to me. That's just weird to me.
That's weird to you? You've never like had to stick your finger down a dog's throat to get whatever it's eating, and then just to iterate that point, it's a shot from a porn where a dude's sticking his fingers in a girl's mouth.
Painful.
Yeah.
What is there fucking to get, bro?
Yeah.
I don't like it.
All right.
This is like you showing me, be like, are you sure
Mm-hmm.
that you're not in the comic book?
No, I totally am into comic books. I love comic books.
No,
you know
I
that
mean,
about
this
me.
is you saying, am I?
Oh. No, I know you're not really. I know you like some comic books, but I know
like
that
the
they're
idea of them a lot.
Yeah.
You know?
It's an awesome art form that can convey a lot of things and help a lot of people with a lot of things.
And
as
so
well.
are memes.
Well, I mean, I think memes are just meant to be funny. I enjoy
respect them.
Yeah.
But I don't like them. So that's funny because you like them, but you don't respect them.
What do you mean?
Because you were just like, you just degraded the whole fucking system.
No, I mean, I understand that it's a new way that we convey. It's an easier, diffused way to say how we're really feeling. It's just kind of like a juiced up way.
Yeah.
And memes are good for, they're almost kind of
I
like
respect it.
emojis to a certain extent, because you can throw memes out there for certain periods of time and like certain feelings.
I'm not sure what to relate it to. It kind of reminds me of like a headline newspaper style
Yeah.
a little bit. And maybe that's why I don't like it, is because it's so shortened. It's so shortened that it's just like, I don't find, it's weird, isn't it? Because like, even if I get the joke that they're making, I don't find the presentation funny. I've got something weird in my head about that. And Davey's ordering human arms again.
Yep. What do you think about that one, though? That's a Jerry meme.
He's like, looking at Buddy. He's like, wait, what's up with Bob?
Because remember, Bob used to wear the short shorts. Bob's wearing short shorts. So Jerry's got his glasses down and he's looking at it. He's like, that's a fine ass. But then he pulls his glasses up and it's just Bob. That's the joke.
Oh, okay.
So like you got offended when I said you don't get them, and then you blatantly do not get them. So like it's hard for me.
It's still not that funny to me though, even when I get them.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like I don't get them.
Okay.
I don't like how you say that. It's like saying you don't get jokes because you didn't get a joke.
But okay,
you get all jokes. Is what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you a joke you don't get.
Tell me one then.
I'm gonna tell you the longest joke that you'll never get.
Do it.
How about that? That sounds like a threat.
Mm-hmm.
The longest joke that you'll never get. It'll always be over your head and always be under your chin.
And within my fingernails.
Within, not under.
Nope, within my fingernails. Okay. Like the little lines in your fingernails. Mm-hmm.
Are you a nail biter, bro?
No, I got
That's
because you see, I got the
you
little.
do that?
I got a little piece and it's annoying me.
I never did that.
No, I was trying to get this to
I
separate.
pluck with them, a little bit. It's just a nervous habit. Like,
Oh no, it's
I
never
love
been a
making-
thing.
I'm telling you, I need to get into origami, man, because I just have like this like a really anxious tick, that I'll take like paper or anything around me and just make it into some
And
weird
fold it
looking
into
thing,
swans.
and make it into something weird.
Yeah.
But like I'm subconsciously doing it, and so I have a thought that if I learned origami consciously, that it'd seep in and I'd make some pretty ass shit when I wouldn't even look at it.
It's very possible. Very, very
And it
possible.
might be really helpful to have, a little structure in my insane life. So
Yeah.
I'm just telling you,
I love
origami master about to come at you.
the internet did not have my
No,
back
it's
on
so
memes
boring,
today.
I think the internet is like won't let me see them or something. Maybe that's
It's
what
just like,
doing.
no, we can't have Toby do this.
It doesn't like me. I don't like it.
Oh, I like this one.
But again, it's like I don't know, man.
Dude, I will grant you 3 wishes. Well, I wish I had infinite wishes. That's not possible. Well, I wish it was. As the way to get around it. And then an angry bird is like, listen here, you little shit. See what I'm saying? Because the genie has gotten upset with him over tricking him.
It's pretty. It's
pretty good.
amusing. I'll call it amusing. Funny is a stretch.
Okay.
Wouldn't you say things are amusing to everyone, but whether they're funny or not is very particular? Because like you could see something that outraged you, and something that you loved, and still be amused by it.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to like something you think is funny.
Okay. So you think that I'm just looking to be pleased by these because I like
No,
the
that's not-
format.
No, I wouldn't say that quite.
Have you even seen any of like the DiCaprio memes?
Yeah, bro,
Those
I
are
saw that
good.
shit. It's not like I don't have the internet. Yeah, bro, it's fine. Because he's like, okay,
Yeah, it's a
I
lot
get
of fun
it.
to me.
it's lame.
That's fine, Toby. Just crush my dreams.
Well,
You're so good at it. You're so
I'm good at crushing. I'm a dream crusher.
Yeah, bro. Live with
What if
that.
that was my superhero name or my villain name?
Dream Crusher.
I will take everything you've ever hoped for.
Dream Crusher really sounds like Christian Bale Batman.
Dude, Dream Crusher. That's what you did.
I'm a Dream Crusher.
Um,
How am I a Dream Crusher?
What?
How am I?
You.
You said that's what I do. Are you talking about the Batman
Oh, that's
voice?
what you did. Yeah,
Mm.
that's how you do it. I think Dream Crusher is more gay. What if it's-
Dream
it needs
Crusher.
to be more. It won't be played by me. It'll be played by a gay dude. 'Cause
So it'll be a
you
gay
gotta be-
dude playing you as Dream
Representation.
Crusher.
Yeah.
So it'll be a mixed,
no.
a mixed Asian black gay dude playing Toby, the Dream Crusher.
The Dream Crusher. It would be a weird parody in itself because of the name. No one would take it seriously.
Yeah, especially this Asian black gay Jew that
Oh.
we've got playing you. Yeah, he's Jewish too.
You know what? Jew's the only word that is the right word and a slur.
Asian black gay trans.
Asian can be a
Jew.
slur too, if it's said with some nasty shit on it.
Like what?
Tell me some of the nasty shit. No, I'm saying like it's funny that the same word. You know what I mean? Oh, I've got a friend that's Jewish. He's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh, you talking about
have
like
you met his family? They're all Jews. You're like, what? You're like, yeah, they
yeah,
are.
they're
But
really
it's distinct.
Jewish.
I think it's distinct.
yeah,
when you add any implication on it with your voice,
yeah,
it changes because they're Asian.
yeah. And
Wait, why did you say it like that?
they're
What do you mean
mean.
they're Asian?
yeah, just
Why are
speaking of
you
the funny
whispering
wrong.
that? Because it's the right word.
Oh,
Do
no.
you see what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm just calling them what they are. They're Asian.
Yeah, exactly. Why? Why are you being like that?
Because I mean, I don't have a problem with them, but they're Asian.
But then you find out that oh wait, no. I'm trying to think of a skit already. I'm like, but yeah, I mean, yeah, pass me that paper. Which one? The white one.
Yeah.
Like, what?
The Caucasian piece of paper over there.
Yeah. And he just doesn't know colors. It's just, he mixes up colors and races.
Yeah. Oh, that could get real bad. That could get real bad.
That's a racy, very little. Isn't that funny that racy can be race related?
I really
Something
want my
racy can
kitchen
be
to be
race related.
bright Asian.
Right? Like, wait, pick Asian out of these colors.
All of these are Asian. It's like a line of yellow swatches.
Oh no. Okay, so but I was thinking he confused it. You're saying he confused
because that's what we were talking about.
That were the colors of races
of what people like consider.
Is that what you're saying? No, I was more thinking this dude was very oblivious.
Oh,
and just like I like the skit ideas where the guy is really just uneducated.
Yeah, an idiot, a buffoon.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so he, like the Caucasian thing, he'd be like picking out, and he'd associate PC culture somehow into his confusion about color and race. Like, it's a very complicated fellow.
Yeah, it's this.
So when he said, so again, it's like, oh, I see your walls are Asian colored, but they're like some random color.
Okay, they're gray.
And he doesn't associate. He doesn't get it.
Okay.
It's the same idea. I think we should have a series in our heads.
I hate the off-white eggshell.
Oh, okay.
He's racist.
He hates I hate the Caucasian eggshell.
No, because he confuses
The
races
European
with
descent.
colors. So and you're even saying that Asians are like, he just calls a wall color Asian no matter what
he
color
picks
it is.
Okay, I don't know.
And so I was
working
saying
this
that he hates the off-white eggshells, and
As
he
a
could be
person.
as a race
but
of
you
people.
don't know what race he's talking about.
Right. With their slanted eyes.
Oh man, this could get. You're right. Maybe this is just bad territory, but that's what. Damn it. Who else we got besides Christopher Columbus? You can't use him as a. That's what Christopher Columbus did. He found new lands. That's what. What's their names? The cool ones.
The cool ones.
They were Lewis and Clark. Not Lewis and Clark.
Well, no, people were already here.
Don Quixote, was that
No,
just a book?
He wasn't a real person.
I remember reading that and not retaining any of it.
He's a crazy old man, basically with dementia, and he's got a friend, Pancho, who he rides on a donkey.
Paco?
No, Pancho. I'm pretty sure.
I thought that was from Lone Ranger. What's his name?
No, the Lone Ranger. He has not Squanto. What's his name? What's the Native American?
Lone Ranger.
And the Lone Ranger and
Squanto sounds close.
It might
right?
be.
I don't remember. That was some racist shit.
Tonto. Tonto was the Native American.
See, I wasn't even thinking that. I was thinking they were in Mexico. Did we say squanchy?
Squancho. Squanto.
We almost said squanchy. We were like, that's just a word that sounds different. Honto.
I'm pretty sure it's Pancho de Santo or something like that. Yeah, Pancho. Sancho Panza. My bad.
Oh, and Don Quixote.
His name was Pancho, but it's Sancho.
Pancho's pretty bad. That's a bad call.
No, it's not. His
Last
name is
name's
Sancho. Sancho Panza.
But
I just put them together. They're Spanish.
Yeah. So
This is a
again,
Spanish
that's what your mind did. You're
folktale.
like, it was Pancho, right?
Yeah, right.
It makes sense. What was his daughter's name? Tequila?
Miguel de Cervantes, though. He's the one who created Sancho Panza. He's the one that wrote Don Quixote.
No, and something else. What else did he write? I remember reading that thick ass book though.
Let's see what he wrote.
Oh, dude, he's got one of those puffs. Those
Ooh, the Man
those
of La
fancy
Mancha.
puffs.
Well, no.
Show him the fancy puff, bro.
Let's see.
What was it? What was that about? Did it hold your neck up? Was there like bracing in
Oh,
it?
that's called a Jacobean ruff
Jacobean ruff.
or Jacobean.
Was it really thick? Would it hold your neck up?
I don't think so. I think it's just a thing.
Show him a ruff, bro.
Huh? Show them the rough.
Yeah,
y'all want to see? My bad, Toby.
Look at
Damn,
that.
dude. That's why we need a dude in here. That's why we need a dude in here doing this stuff.
I wonder
I just
if
want
you
to
just like tilted your head down or back though, if it would like crumple up.
probably, yeah.
Because it looks like some what does it look like? A bunch of taquitos.
Well, I think it's just like it's
some
fabric
ribs.
that has been like just kind of like figure eighted on itself and then like cinched together in the middle to kind of make like a fan.
I think I should get one.
Because I think it just kind of accordions up and you just kind of fasten it in the back.
Damn, what if we went 1800s? We're like the only guys that were just like in big white wigs and this kind of shit.
Dude.
Fancy as fuck.
Fancy
Fancy
Fools. Yep. New podcast coming to you soon. The Fancy Fools.
We should just go out there and learn. We should create new dances. You know, we should be like pioneers.
The Fancy Fool
Of dance?
Shuffle.
You
I
know?
like it. I like the Fancy Fools, pioneers of modern dance.
Yeah.
That brings me to my thing about
Documentary.
Netflix. So Netflix is in deep shit right now because of that Cuties show.
Oh, I saw that.
It came out and it is fucking
Oh, it
disgusting.
came out. Well, the whole thing was like, I remember looking at it and it was like mature at one point. I don't know if they changed it before it came out, but their original promo was a mature rating on the show.
Right.
For
And guys,
kids
if
that
you
were,
haven't
like,
heard
9,
yet,
10 years
Cuties
old.
is a show that Netflix has just put out where it documents these young girls, probably around like anywhere from like, what is it, like 8 to 13 years old, that are like twerking and doing like nasty shit, like
Well-
ratchet ass shit.
Yeah. But see, the weird thing about it that I feel like just that I've thought about before, though, because I don't have kids, is about like twerking is the new like bop or whatever in the 50s. And you caught your daughter doing the bop, or whatever.
Yeah.
Twerking is our generation's version of the new dance
But you,
formula.
I don't think that you can
So, like-
deny that it is so overtly sexual, though. I mean,
But that's what they said in the 50s about doing
this
the
is
shake, the
literally-
hippie shake or whatever.
But this is literally
but I'm saying
sex moves. These are literally sex moves that these kids are doing. That's,
But again,
I
shaking
get what
the
you're
hips
saying.
were the same outrage.
I get what you're
Like,
saying. I get that, but I'm talking about the literal movements and what they mean. I'm not talking about what people.
That could be applied to a
what
lot of
fucking
different old
squares.
dance, though. You know what I mean?
All right. So,
You really don't think the parents thought the same thing? Like when people were shaking their hips and being sexually suggestive? Dude, you know how many, there was like a team of people that were against Elvis because they said he was doing sex moves with his pelvis, right? Elvis the pelvis?
yeah.
He would hump. He's doing literal sex moves. How is that not like twerking? Do you see what I'm saying? He's
Right.
doing a literal hump sex move that people got outraged about. I'm just saying how different.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that people should. I'm saying people shouldn't watch 13-year-olds twerk.
So, like,
But if they twerk in their bedroom, they're doing the new dance.
right. So,
They just shouldn't. You can't look at it. Don't show people.
yeah. So, guys, this is the
Do you get what I'm
trailer
saying?
for this really awful thing that people made. So, like, this isn't even just a. It doesn't even look like this is a documentary style. This looks like it's a
Just a
fucking
show.
scripted movie. So almost
But see,
kind of
it's
like
kind of commentary on what we're talking about in a way, right?
So what
'Cause-
I'm seeing now, since now that I'm seeing this trailer like it is, that it's an actual movie, this kind of reminds me of those movies that came out like Kids, like that movie Kids, where like
yeah, that
you know
was
what I'm talking about?
crazy movie.
That's a fucked up movie.
AIDS, dude.
So yeah, so I feel like it's kind of in that vein. This might even actually be by the same person. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's like these are young kids that are put in these adult
it's
situations.
like a dark representation of like what's going on.
It's
in a way.
sexualizing children. So like shit like this, man. Like it's
But again, so how is like kids watching Elvis and doing hump moves any different than this though? Like, hasn't this always been happening?
What do you like? Kind of, you mean the rebellion or
No, I'm saying sex has been an entertainment since it started, and so therefore they've been showing sexual things to kids. Sexualizing them is again, it's like a young girl twerking in her room to a song she likes, doing the new dance,
right?
Versus an old guy watching her on TikTok.
Correct.
There's a big jump there.
Yes.
Because again, they're just doing the new hip thing, but again, if she showed her friends the new dance, that's not weird. That's what every generation does. It's when older people get involved that's weird, right?
No, it gets weird when it's not okay to sexualize children.
But children are. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like that's been
right.
in history. When I was fucking 12, right? You'd be like rapping lyrics that were.
Well, I lost my
very
virginity when I was
sexual.
13.
So
So
I'm saying, but beyond that, not even actual sex. I'm just talking about sex and entertainment.
Right. Well, I knew about sex for a long time, and knew about sexual things for a long time before I had ever had sex. I'm all right now. Before I had ever had sex, and that's one thing. That's one thing. It's a total other thing when you're exploiting it to pander to when you're sexualizing kids. Oh, there's wax on it. I'll hit that.
Yeah, that's what I was letting it float down. Yeah, I think a couple times. But no, what I'm not saying that. Again, the thing is like them doing a dance with their friends versus, because like that's a new dance. You know what I mean? And so like that's how kids would act when they're hanging out. You know, just like. That's kids being kid shit, but it shouldn't be allowed for older people to see. It's like, you know, that's a weird thing about TikTok to me. I sound like an old dude again, but it's like a weird thing about TikTok is how young you have to be a 12, I think, to sign up.
Oh.
And there's just there's no telling how many fucking young girls like sexually dancing on there. But again, that's the same that was happening in the 50s, but there wasn't an outlet for these people to see them. They were in their bedrooms.
Well, that's the one thing too. It's like people have to be able to explore. Like when you're young, you have to be given that chance to explore within an appropriate bounds. Like be around people your own age. Like experiment with people your own age. Like
TikTok fucks that up because they can just be hanging out with their friends doing the new dance,
right?
And thinking they're just being cool to their friends at school and stuff like that. And then an old guy can swipe up,
right,
and see it. So that's a weird connection to me of like, I think that would be a thing within just, I don't know. I don't know if TikTok's being bought out now. Like Trump tried to ban it. And
well, he said if you guys won't sell it to us, if you guys won't sell it to an American company, I don't know yet. I don't know. Probably. They probably did something. They're probably fine. They probably worked out a deal. Yeah.
He's like, this is too big. We gotta. But anyway, I think it just needs to be like Twitter kind of developed, like where they get better at dealing with stuff like that. So like age verifications, and you're not allowed to see anything, because if they let people at 12 sign up, they're allowed to show their friends the new dance in their grade on TikTok. You know, I get that, but like there should be an age thing to where like they somehow do little, not background checks, but like verify ages. Yeah. And so if they say they're 20 and they're 50, like they shouldn't be allowed to see 16-year-old girls.
I think at dancing. That point, if you're doing something like that, then submit to a face scan. You know, like do a scan of your face, and if your face scans as like, and they can tell like either from the TikToks you're uploading or from like just like you looking at your phone,
and they
well, because it can gauge your age.
The actual person. Well, no, that could be wrong though. That could get off.
It can get a ballpark. So you obviously, if you
but there's people that look really young or look really old. So that would be, it would have to be a face scan attached to their actual identity,
right?
And then we'd see their age, and that's some deeply intrusive shit.
But we got to cut down on this pedophilia bullshit, guys. It's becoming too normal. They want their own classification.
Yeah,
it's too much. It's too much. There's too much of it going on. We got to nip it in the bud somehow.
Something weird is gonna happen.
Well, it's fucked up that it's been going on for forever. I mean, like back to all ancient civilizations had some form of pedophilia.
Yeah,
you know, they've always been fucking kids. So what the fuck is going on? You guys know you're not supposed to. Don't fucking do it. I know that that's easy for me to say because I'm not a pedophile.
Yeah. I'll see. That's some weird shit that has come up from Time Suck. Has been a few people that a few of his fans contacted. We talked about before. Ones that have been diagnosed with pedophilia but never lived out on it. So they go to therapy, counseling, but they claim that they were born with the attraction. And so it was like something that they've had since they were young, and something that's a disorder. They classify it as a mental disorder. At those weird points, I'm like, it freaks me out because, like, again, we talked about some people getting citizenship in Greece and places like that already had treatment and saw it as a mental disorder. It's probably a cheat. They're probably just trying to find somewhere to be accepted in a weird way. But I don't know, it freaked me out about that because, like, it was the first time ever that I was like, made me even half go, oh shit, I kind of feel bad for that guy. Like, he has urges that he doesn't want to have.
Yeah, well, that's the difference. So I think.
I don't know. It's a weird thing.
If you have it's anything. It's like even when you have an addict that hits rock bottom, but again, they have the choice to get better. So if you're faced with yourself,
again, the genetic thing is my argument. So I don't think you could be born with that. I would think that'd be a mental disorder that was developed.
I agree with you.
So like, it would be developed off of weird situations. You know, maybe you were put through something as a kid. Right. Maybe
you can think that you were born with it, but there was probably something that happened. There was probably a point where you were either.
I mean, as far back as birth,
scarred.
There's trauma that comes from literal birth.
Yep.
So like, it could be now. That's the argument of being born with it, even if the trauma happened during birth. Because they're not born with it genetically.
Correct.
They were still born. So even if it was that far back for you that some trauma happened and, you know, you almost died as a baby or something broke or something, you know, something like that, then it's still not from birth because it's not a genetic disorder.
Most of the time, I think things like that are more usually than not a stunted emotional maturity or a stunted sexual maturity.
Yeah.
Because you keep growing, but the way you view like a partner stays the same age.
I don't believe it's I mean, I can't say I believe or not, but I don't see any evidence of it being genetic, truly. But I do think it can start super, super young, even before consciousness, real like memory. So like in those cases, like I do think it just needs like, I mean, it really, we talked about this before. It lies on whether they act on it. So if they can control it, but they know it's wrong and it's something built into them that's traumatic. Yeah, I do think we just need some, I don't know, therapy, pills, whatever, can like get them over that trauma that was there. So I don't know.
Right. But there's.
It's.
I think I think acting on it is the dividing line.
Yeah.
I think if you never act on it and you seek help, then you deserve to be helped. But I think if you've crossed the line, and you've hurt a child, if you've scarred a child for life, you have to face the consequences. You have to face the consequences. Yeah.
But the guy related it to the impulse of like getting in a wreck. You know, when you're driving and everything's fine and you're not angry or anything's wrong, and you think, like, just think about running over and just ruining everything.
Yeah.
You know, like the impulse is a that was kind of his point, I guess, was like that's how it was for him, because he said he was born with this disorder, never acted on it.
Yeah.
But he did have trauma. And so like it was a thing of it was an impulse for him like that. So he would see something and be like, what if I just fucked everything? Oh no. And he would control it. And that, the way he described it, made me think, oh fuck, that dude's actually suffering. Like, and doing a good job at keeping himself together, I guess. But that's probably a rare case too, you know?
Yeah, and I don't know about that. I don't know if that's possible. I don't know if it's one of those things where it's, because that guy might just be lying. That guy might just be being defensive. and like trying to defend his addiction or defend his thing.
I know, but I
Because, like-
understood the explanation of that it could become a disorder.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like-
And like I get the whole thing of like, because ever since I was a kid, I've had that voice that's just like jump.
Yeah.
You know, when you're
It's
like at
always
the ledge
that,
of
but it's
something.
creepy. So it's
Yeah.
like, I just think anybody that feels like that just needs to go talk to someone professional.
Yeah, like don't
the
even
first thought of
ruminate
it-
on it. Don't.
'cause,
Yeah,
I mean,
just go talk to
if,
somebody.
If every time you're driving, you think of wrecking,
Yeah,
then you probably need to tell someone because you're probably about to wreck.
yeah, you're a danger.
No, it's okay to feel like that every once. I probably think of it once every once in a while.
Yeah,
You know, a few times a week.
just fuck
Some
it.
impulse thing
Yeah.
comes in. It's like, what if I just wrecked the car? What
No,
if
I
I just
get
did
that.
that? I understand that thought, but again, if it's every time you get in a car, then there's probably a reason why it keeps coming up, and that doesn't need to be talked about. That's a good way to.
So, guys, if you think
this
you
is
might,
a bad way to end it, but
no, it's not. This is a great way to end it. No, mental health. Mental health is we are strong. We are strong advocates of mental health.
The apex right here. I gotta go.
Do you need to call it? You want to call it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. All right. We love you guys very much. If you need help, get help. We love you. We're here for you guys. We will be here next week on the 92nd episode of A Drink and a Joint. We love you guys very much. Get at us on all the social medias. They're down below. And go check out all of our shit. We got Play Dead, comes out every Thursday. We got Loose Beats, comes out every Wednesday. This comes out every Tuesday. Our the first Flashback Flicks will be dropping soon, very soon. I think next week it drops. And we will be trying to get one of those to you every month starting out. And then we're going to be doing some extra ones for our Patreon when we decide to drop that. So we will catch you guys next week, okay? Goodbye.